Do you like turkey sandwiches? Then you'll love the new premium carb turkey and bacon sub at Subway restaurants. It's oven roasted just right, sliced thick just the way you like it. And just when you think it can't get any better, look out. It's got crispy bacon in there too. Order one today on your choice of freshly baked bread. Then select any veggies you want to make your premium carb turkey and bacon sub uniquely yours. It's a great sub for people who really like turkey. Subway, fresh is what we do.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio.
True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
What's going on, folks? Happy Baller Friday to everybody listening in to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. This is episode number 47. It's definitely going to be an important episode for all the True Capitalist listeners out there. Episode number 47 is when we are going to interview at any time Mike Vallely, legendary skateboarder, diehard stuntman, lead singer of Revolutionary Mother, actor, just all-around badass. We're waiting for him to call in. He should be calling in shortly. Anyway, folks, I'm excited. Folks, I don't know about you. I'm excited. If you happen to be listening live, please retweet the broadcast right now. Let everybody know, spread it around like wildfire, that Mike Vallely is going to be calling up here any minute. Is going to be interviewed on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I know everybody's been talking about it. I know everybody out there has been, talking about it through the emails, through social networks, through the tweets, and everybody's pretty excited about it. I can see we already have, somewhat of a crowd in here, but if you're just tuning in with me, please spread it around like wildfire. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, that's the link to send them, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Okay, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me today. It's Baller Friday. It means all the capitalists that are tuning in with me are kicking back. Hopefully you're capitalizing. Everything was on the plus side today in the markets, with the exception of oil, but oil started gaining once again because of the mixed information that's coming out of the Middle East and Libya. Not to mention, I guess for some reason, all the investors started, just buying back today. A lot of bottom feeders came in, bought back. A lot of things on the plus side, folks. Let me go through the markets before we introduce Mike V, the infamous Mike Vallely. And if you don't know who he is, you better do a YouTube search, because if you don't know who he is, you probably don't know your ass from your elbow. But anyway, check it out. The Dow Jones Industrials closed out today at 11,858.50, an increase today of 83.93 points. Actually, the Dow Jones today was as high as at least 125, 150 at least, I think. I mean, I was too busy day trading. There were so many things on the plus side today, folks. If you happen to have a little capital on the side to maneuver some money, you could have been doing some serious day trading today. One stock that I was just riding the waves on, just to let you personally know, was this Nexus Lighting Company. Nexus Lighting Company. Let me go. What the hell is the symbol on that again? I just had that, in my little software, but I'll get it for you. Here we go. Nexus Lighting is NEXS. NEXS. Take a look at that day chart. Take a look at the waves on that day chart, for Christ's sake. I mean, just take a look. I must have sold that thing at least about 3 or 4 times today. About 3 or 4 times. I mean, buying in on it, at about $3.60, selling off at about $4.10. It would go back down to about $3.70 and change. I would buy it back. it would go back up to $4. It went up as far as $4.30 today. Unbelievable. And the only reason that it went up, it closed out today 53.28% increase on today alone. Today alone, it increased 53.28%, and the reason that it increased so much was because, they got accepted to be in Lowe's. Oh, yeah, that's right. They are now going to be on the shopping shelves of Lowe's hardware stores. And, of course, you know how everybody in the stock market, all the investors like profit. They like potential profit. So that's exactly what I was riding in, not to mention a couple other stocks I don't really want to mention, but this was one of the big day gainers. And if you take a look at that day chart, I was just riding those waves, baby. Oh, man. And, you know, the thing about it is that this stock wasn't that expensive, so you could easily get about 5,000 to 10,000 shares of this stock and just kind of ride those waves and sell it off and then go back in and then sell it off, and, you know, you do the math. Anyway, folks, it was just that good of a day today. By about time, we had a hectic week, a lot of downturns this week, a lot of negative. Even though we've ended the week on the plus side, we're still down from last week's 12,000 mark in the Dow Jones Industrials. But keep your eye on that oil price, folks. Once again, as I prognosticated previous, if the oil, and I'm talking about WTI sweet crude oil, if that goes up anymore, and we can't get that price down to about $90 a barrel, we are going to see a double-dip recession. Mark my word. All right? But if we kind of keep our eye on that sweet crude and WTI takes a tumble for about $90, $89, I guarantee you we're going to see something. We may bounce out of the unfortunate, turbulent economic situation that we're currently in. So, I mean, we just have to keep our eyes on that crude oil because that is what's going to justify whether we're going to have a rebound or whether we're going to have a double-dip recession. Because, once again, gas prices and energy prices dictates the market. If there's an increase in gas prices, that means delivery costs are going to go up. That means things are going to go up by default because it's going to cost more. It's going to cost more more for people to get to work, more for people to go out and have a drink at the bar, more for people to go out and just have a meal at the damn TGI Fridays. It's going to screw around with all this crap, and it may take us more on the downside, and that's something we really don't want to see. So keep your eye out on that oil price, all right, folks? S&P 500 closed out today at 1,279.20, an increase of 5.48 points. Percentage increase of 0.43%. NASDAQ closed out also on the plus side. It closed out at 2643.67, an increase of 6.62 points, a percentage increase of 0.29%. So as you can see, everything was rebounding on the equities market, man. You could have been day trading your ass off today and made some serious capital, no BS. Not to mention that commodities are bouncing back. Yeah, commodities are bouncing back, for Christ's sake. Now, we saw a tumble on the oil because, the whole UN resolution in the beginning of the morning. You know, when I woke up, I wake up at 5:30, come down here to the office, start trading futures. But let me tell you something right now. I saw WTI crude today this morning when Muammar Gaddafi was releasing all that ridiculous rhetoric that, he was going to bring hell to anybody who attempts to throw him out of office, and he was going to have no mercy on any of the rebels that happened to have been out there fighting against him. We saw an sharp increase from 5:30 to about 6:30 Central Standard Time in the morning. WTI crude went up to about $103 a barrel. Then we had this, some kind of spokesman, some kind of under-bureaucrat representative of the Libyan government saying that they're going to cooperate with the United Nations resolution. Oh, yeah, and by the way, the United Nations resolution was passed. So now, the United Nations and America are justified under international law to bomb the hell out of Libya. But, once the Muammar Gaddafi regime found out about that, they were like, no, don't worry about it, my friend. We are going to provide humanitarian aid to all the people we killed. Don't worry. We'll cooperate. I'm serious. And this is what brought down the cost of WTI crude this morning. It was up to about $103 a barrel. Once this, some representative bureaucrat out there went public and said that they were going to cooperate with the United Nations resolution, that's when this WTI sweet crude started going down under $100 a barrel, and that's what brought this increase in equities. I mean, that's why you saw this. It looked like a damn bull market today. It was up 150, I think at least 150 points, But then as the situation started getting a little hairy out there in Libya, as things started, to get a little bit more destructive and a little bit more contradictory, that's towards the end of the day is when you started seeing that increase in WTI sweet crude. And, folks, today, WTI closed out at $101.36 a barrel. All right, now we need that price to get about $90 for us to get out of this potential double-dip recession. If it just stays at this price and goes higher, I'd be a little concerned, and I am concerned. But that's WTI today, $101.36 a barrel of oil. It was down today 6 cents, but it was down a lot further than that. I mean, it was down under $100 a barrel today. That's what made all these gains in the equities markets. Anyway, Brent crude, which is the crude oil that's shipped off to Europe and Asia, it closed out today at $114.13, a decrease of 77 cents. We saw some sell-offs in the gas oil futures. It was down $5.25. Heating oil futures down $3.39. And natural gas, after those robust gains out of all natural gas names, futures and equities, now we're starting to see kind of flat on natural gas today. We also have canola futures up $10.70, another bounce back. We're increasing our sell-offs on cocoa futures after these dramatic spikes. Once we saw the destabilization of the Ivory Coast jeopardize the chocolate market with, the majority of the cocoa plant coming out of Ivory Coast, and of course they have a political destabilization situation where what's unfortunate is that they unelected a president out there that just doesn't want to leave. He's like, no, I'm not leaving, man. I am not leaving. I am going to sit here, and I don't care if you want to elect me. So that's what was been causing the spike in cocoa. You know what I'm saying? Corn futures are going back up, folks, and like I said, the reason corn futures were going to go back up is because of this devastation in Japan. The Japanese people are going to need other sources of food. I mean, their crops got damaged in that horrific earthquake and that horrific tsunami. So that's going to take a dent in agriculture because we are a leading producer of a lot of these commodities that are sold here. So the sell-offs in corn that we've seen them buy back today. It was up $37, an increase of 5.72%. Coffee futures are up. As a matter of fact, we had Starbucks come out today and said, we're going to have to, charge a little bit more for our coffee. So let me tell you, commodities is affecting everybody. It was up $5.30. Cotton is going back up after dramatic sell-offs. I was hoping to continue to see dramatic sell-offs. You know what I mean? But, once again, we're back up. It's up $7, a percentage increase of 3.64%. Wheat futures are back up once again because of the potential demand in food because of this unfortunate situation in Japan. Wheat futures are up $14. Sugar, of course, is up 97 cents. An increase today alone of 3.63%. Soybean futures were up $27.25. Lumber futures were up $4.80. Oat futures were up $17. Soybean oil futures up $1.25. That was an increase percentage of 2.29%. And wool futures were up $8. All right. Now, let me tell you something right now. We're going to go to the metals market, and I've been saying this to everybody. I know that people have been taking this as a grain of salt. I am bullish on metals, and I know that the damn investors out here are treating this goddamn metals market and the whole investment financial instrument opportunities that are available out here, they're treating them like dog crap. I mean, there's no fundamental investing going on. It's all based on emotion. It's based on what the hell they're pumping out in the news. I mean, nobody has any kind of vision on how to actually invest anymore. So believe it or not, the volatility that we've been seeing in today's market, we're going to continue to see it. Just ride those choppy waves, man. You know, when I turned on my stock software and started seeing Nexus Lighting Company started going through the roof, I mean, right off the bat, when I turned on my damn computer, the damn thing was up about 27%. I figured, oh, man, I better get in on that. And I couldn't even barely get on it. It was just jumping, spiking so high. The first time I got in on it, I was in at about $3.60. All right, and then I sold that off at about $4.10. Then it went back down to about $3.70, so I bought $3.70, and then I sold that off at about $4.20. Believe it or not, it went up to about $4.20. Little did I know that it was going to go up to $4.40 today. But I was just riding those waves, folks, and that's the way you have to do it. If you can't, depend on the fundamental professional investor to, basically invest with any kind of fundamentals out here, you're just going to have to ride these waves of volatility. I mean, that's all there is to it, man. And I know it's a pain. I know it puts people under some pressure. But, hey, we're the ones with the balls, man. You know what I'm saying? We're the capitalists out here. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared out there. I mean, go out there, especially if you're a young person. I know I got a lot of young people who listen to me, especially if you're a young person. This is the time to take risks, you know? This is the time to take risks. This is the time to utilize your investment, utilize your capital, so that you can be able to make more money on what you have. Don't go out there and blow it on some ridiculous bimbo that, got some silicone in her chest. All right? Don't go out there. Don't throw it out. Just don't spend it on stupid crap is what I'm saying, man. But anyway, back to the metals market, man. I've been bullish, and of course, I know that we've had some impulsive sell-offs on a lot of things here, but we're back on the plus side all around. And if you look at silver, for Christ's sake, man, silver is starting to explode. I mean, I know that, a week ago we were at 30-year highs on silver. If I'm not mistaken, we should be at all-time highs at this point. Today alone, it increased at 3% change today, increasing $1.02 just today alone, bringing the price of silver $35.28 per troy ounce. Gold, on the other hand, is starting to increase. I know we've had dramatic sell-offs, a lot of helter-skelter investment, impulsive decision-making happening out here in a damn market. But now we had another buyback in gold because of all the uncertainty in the international community, the uncertainty in the currency markets. I don't know if you're familiar, you folks are familiar, but the G7, which is better known as the G8, but they're -1 because Japan is part of the G8. So the G7 was meeting together to talk about the 8th G member. And apparently the G7 is going to intervene in the currency markets to prevent the yen from spiking on the dollar. If for all of you folks that aren't familiar with currency trading, and I don't advise you to start looking into that unless you know how to trade equities pretty well. But with this past week, we had a lot of speculators basically spiking the yen on the dollar. And basically jeopardizing the integrity of the yen itself through these foreign currency investment exchanges. Well, now we have the G7, which are all the industrial countries throughout the international community, basically coming together and making an obligation to stop the bleeding in the yen. It's a very complicated story. What this is, folks, is international governments coming in, trying to play as though they're Mr. Know-it-all businessmen and trying to regulate the currency market of the Japanese yen. Now, I know there's not that many foreign currency investors. It's a very complicated scheme of things. It's just another financial instrument for investors out there that want to potentially, make some more money. But this is what really kind of fueled, a whole bunch of different things today on the market. And if you want my personal opinion, I think that what's happening in Japan is only going to fuel the fire for a potential quantitative easing 3. And for you folks that don't understand what I'm talking about, the Federal Reserve has already put out and printed up so many some odd dollars, all right? And they put it out in phases. The first phase was quantitative easing 1, which was QE1. That didn't seem to go very well, so they started printing out more money, QE2, and the money from that particular quantitative easing attempt at, I guess they're trying to hedge against inflation. I have no idea what the hell they're trying to do with this, but by debasing the American dollar, it's by default increasing the cost of everything. It's increasing the cost of everything in the equities market. It's increasing the cost of everything in the oil and commodities. That's really on top of demand, on top of global demand for all these commodities. It's the depletion and the debasing of the American dollar that's really what's screwing up the prices. And if you're seeing it in your pocketbooks by going out to the store and buying groceries and noticing it's a little bit more expensive, well, you can thank the debasing of the American dollar, which is all the printing of the money. And I'm not blaming the Federal Reserve completely. Remember, the Federal Reserve only does what the people and the government want. I mean, it says that in the Federal Reserve Charter. And if the government and the people are completely okay with spending out the wazoo on completely obnoxious nonsense and putting themselves into, what did I read today? $129,000 per taxpayer tax obligation. Yeah, that's what every taxpayer owes in America, $129,000 to the national debt. That's your portion. Now, if you multiply that up to every citizen, that's like $73,000 or something to that effect. I mean, it's just getting disgusting, man. And yet we have this government, they just, Barack Obama just signed in that 3-week extension. We're still debating the 2011 fiscal year budget, for Christ's sake. We have already diverted 2 government shutdowns because these scumbags in Washington can't figure out what they want or what they don't want or what they want to cosmetically cut so it can appease their constituents and what they don't. It's sick, man. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get on that diatribe. But anyway, let me go on with the metals and the livestock, and then we're out of here. Anyway, copper futures are up, folks. I'm still bullish on copper also. A very industrious metal. As a matter of fact, I'm invested in a couple of copper mining companies that seem to be pretty bullish. Don't want to necessarily give them out here because I don't want to get in trouble with the SEC or nothing, but they look pretty good. I would start looking into mining companies. These are going to be a big deal, not just gold mining, but copper mining, uranium mining, any of these types of mining companies out here. In the short term, I think they're pretty bullish. If that's how you want to attempt to get some profit on this copper play. Anyway, let's go on, shall we? We've got live cattle feeder futures in the house here, or excuse me, live cattle futures, not live cattle feeder futures. Live cattle futures are up 20 cents, all right? Live cattle feeder futures are down 30 cents, so at least we're getting a decrease somewhere. Lean hog futures are up. Like I said, folks, what did I tell you about hog futures with this Japan catastrophe? What did I tell you? I said short-term on hogs, however you can make that play. Within the past several days, all right, we've seen hog futures jump up at least, 5, 6, 7%? And that's because of the Japanese situation where you have a whole country. It used to be the 3rd largest economy in the world. I hope it still is. But they've been depleted of a lot of natural resources because of this unfortunate disaster, So anyway, lean hog futures are up $2.15. And that's the markets for your ass, folks. I mean, no matter where you went, it was pretty much green today. I mean, it was a great day to day trade, that's for sure. It's a great day for day trading, and, I think the volatility that we've come to know and love in this market is going to stay here. Is going to continue to be here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, folks, that's the markets. I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Mike Vallely, he's should be calling in here any minute. We've been scheduling this particular interview for a long period of time. Let me tell you, it's been a hard time trying to get people to be interviewed on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast because they're afraid. They're scared. I mean, like I said, even Andrew Dice Clay was scared, for Christ's sake. I mean, I can't get anybody interviewed on here, and all I want to do is expose certain personalities to the audience that listens to the True Capitalist Radio show. I mean, I got people worldwide listening, and if you listen to the archives, I mean, you got all kinds of people calling up. You got Milky Liquors from the UK that are calling up, doing the prank calls. You got Australia. I mean, I look at the damn. I look at the stats for not only the show but the blog and everything else that I've got. I get hits from all over the place, man. I get hits from China, even though I was assumed that China would block all my content given my tremendous disdain for that government. But I get hits from China. It's probably the government bureaucrats themselves. I get hits from Iran. I get hits from, believe it or not, I got a whole bunch of people in, what the hell is it called? Gatlia, I don't know, these little countries, man, that are like blips on the map. I've got large hittage, Latvia, yeah. I got a whole group of people out there, at least about 100 people that listen to me in Latvia. I've got people that, listen to me all over the world. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I just think that it would be, or it would behoove, people that wanted to, maybe potentially branch out and, get their names known in other parts of the world, across these internets, to potentially, maybe expand their fan base and give a decent interview, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what we're doing here. We're waiting for Mike Vallely. Remember, this is a 3-hour show. We're waiting for his call. We know what phone number he's going to be calling from. So when he calls up, we'll be in the house. But once again, I'd like for everybody to please add to your favorites and bookmark blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And as a matter of fact, tell everybody right now, get on the Twitter, go out there to social networking sites, do what you got to do. As a matter of fact, I believe we've got Mike V here, but before I introduce him, I know there's a lot of people here that know him and a lot of people out here that don't know him. But if you don't know him, I strongly advise you to go to your nearest search engine, whether it's Google, whether it's Bing, and look up Mike Vallely, Mike V. Go to your nearest video website portal, look it up, and let me tell you, you'll get countless amounts of content that this man has done throughout his life. I mean, when researching about Mike Vallely, I couldn't believe the amount of activity that this man has done. I mean, he just epitomizes what I try to promote on this broadcast, which is live life, man. I mean, you got a lot of people out here, not just in America, but throughout the international community, that just don't understand that, man. This Japanese devastation should show us all that, life is short. It can be taken away from us at any time, at any point in time. And what we need to realize is that we are free enough to be able to go out and do what we want to do. And Mike V, he's been a legendary skateboarder. I mean, this guy was, skateboarding with Tony Hawk when this guy was, still a teenager or some crap. This guy's OG when it comes to skateboarding. Die-hard stuntman. And if you don't know what kind of stunts he does, you're an idiot. Lead singer to Revolutionary Mother, Revolution Mother, excuse me. And if you haven't heard Revolution Mother, man, classic metal. You know what I'm talking about? It sounds like Metallica before they turned into a bunch of wusses. You know what I'm saying? And then you've got him as an actor. There's a bunch of movies that this guy's been in. He's been in The Hangover. He's been in Paul Blart Mall Cop. You combine those box office revenues, it's a lot of money. And just an all-around badass, folks. I don't want to take any more time. I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody's favorite guy, everybody that should want to attain manhood. This is the man you need to be like. Without any further ado, Mike Vallely. Are you there, sir?
I'm here.
Oh, my God. Mike Vallely, thank you for coming in, sir, and I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you coming in and calling up. Sure, I'm sorry, I'm nervous, but I appreciate you calling up, man.
Thanks for having me, and what an introduction. Thank you.
No problem, man. Anyway, let's get right to it, man. I mean, you are the epitome of living life. Like I said before, you're a skateboarder, you're an actor, you're a musician, a wrestler even, which is dangerous enough, an athlete, a stuntman, an all-around motivated person. Can you describe to everyone out there, can you describe the energy that fuels Mike Vallely?
Yeah, I get asked that question all the time. People always ask me, well, how do you do all this stuff, or how do you find time, or how do you find time to have a family and also pursue all these things that you pursue? I guess if you have to ask that question, maybe you'll never be able to answer it. Because,
I mean, you got a point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, from very young age, I just decided that I was gonna go for it, and I didn't really see any obstacles standing in my way, and then when I got into skateboarding and punk rock music in the mid '80s, that stuff was really empowering for me. It really kind of fueled me with this DIY mentality, and ethos, a spirit of character. I realized it was all on me. And that changed my perspective on the world. It changed my perspective on what was happening in front of me immediately. Suddenly I was like living in the moment. I was no longer just daydreaming about things on the horizon or feeling bad about things that had happened. I was now totally alive in the moment. And that stayed intact with me up until this moment. And it's, it doesn't make life any easier. It doesn't bring you less heartbreak or less hard times, but it definitely helps you get through all that kind of stuff.
Certainly, and let me tell you, there's just a lot of energy, and I could imagine that you probably can't explain it because you can see it in everything that you do. The motivation that's just encapsulated on your facial expressions, on the way you do things, and it doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's your work that you did when you were a wrestler, the work that you still do as a skateboarder, as an athlete, a stuntman. Just unbelievable concentration. A person that I like to describe you like, or the facial expression that I get is an Evel Knievel. I don't know if you ever saw Evel Knievel, man. He was just somebody that just had no fear whatsoever.
Yeah, I grew up with Evel Knievel. I grew up in the '70s, and he's one of my heroes, if not my number one hero. And I just thought the guy was great to me because it was like, it was Elvis Presley on a motorcycle. And, I loved Elvis. And I totally got the whole Evel Knievel thing. And I think I more so got not just, it wasn't just about imitation. It wasn't about, okay, well, I'm going to jump my bicycle off of a jump because Evel Knievel flies through the air on a motorcycle. I kind of got the bigger message of Evel Knievel, which was, it was like, you got to live your life. You got to go for it. This is a man of his word. This is a man who, he takes on these challenges, and he says if he's going to do it, he's going to do it. And I totally, idolized that. I put that up on a pedestal, and it wasn't just something I looked at. It's something I wanted to achieve for myself in my own life.
I think you have. You achieved a lot more things, and I think there's a lot more there for you, if you want my personal opinion, man. That energy just doesn't even seem halfway through the wick, man, if you want my personal perspective. But anyway, there are people out there, man. There's people out there that actually want to be what you do. As a matter of fact, you encapsulate a whole bunch of different dreams for people. There's a lot of people out there, especially kids. I get a lot of young listeners here who use me to, not only get entertained, but to be informed about certain things. And they want to be things like a skateboarder, an actor, a musician, a wrestler, an athlete. but they don't understand really what it takes to be able to achieve these things, because we live in a world of instant gratification where, if I do something now and I don't see nothing in a week or two, well, then it wasn't worth it. And nobody dedicates time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. Can you describe, man, based on everything that encompasses your career, the amount of time, effort, and work that it takes to be a successful person or a successful, just everything that it is that you do? What does it take? I mean, all the time, effort, work. I mean, explain that to us.
Yeah, well, I think what you're talking about, like every kid I interact with, everybody I interact with these days, they want the shortcut. They want to know what the shortcut is. Well, how can I become a sponsored skateboarder? How can I turn pro? How did you get into movies? How do I get into the movies? How did you do this? How can I do it? When I first got sponsored when I was 15 years old, I was discovered by Stacy Peralta, legendary skateboarder. And soon after that happened for me, everywhere I went as a skater, people would say to me, "Oh, well, you're a natural. You're a natural. Oh, this is your destiny. You were meant to be a skateboarder." And I took great offense to that because it took me out of the equation. It took my hard work out of the equation, as if it was written in the stars. Or, what people don't understand is the amount of hours, the amount of time I put in, and it wasn't time that I put in because I had this goal necessarily. Although I did have goals and I did have a plan and I did have a dream, the time was put in because it was my passion. And it was fun, and it's what I loved to do, and I was going to do it anyway. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't plan and have dreams and want to achieve something. Of course I did. Everybody does. But the fun and the passion and the need to do these things, the expressive nature of them, was more important. And I think it's that, that you're not counting the hours then. You're living it, You're not going, I'm practicing, I'm training, I'm practicing, and I'm training, and I really want this. You're just doing it because you love to do it. And if something good comes out of that, well, then that's the ultimate, payoff. But the reward is in the actual act of just doing it. So, I can't relate. I can't relate to people who, want to know, like, the secrets or the shortcuts or anything like that, because that's never what I was looking for. And everything that's come my way has come my way out of hard work.
Oh, man, you can tell that it has, man, especially from all your injuries, the effort, the time. You're not just some Johnny-come-lately here. I mean, you were around. You just said that you knew Stacy Peralta. I believe that's Powell Peralta skateboards. Am I correct?
Yeah, Stacy Peralta was one of the Dogtown skaters from the 70s, and then he formed his own brand in the 80s called Powell Peralta.
Believe it or not, I actually bought my son a Paul Peralta skateboard in the 80s, which I paid an exuberant amount of money for, which I didn't really understand at the time. But believe it or not, I really wish that he would have kept that skateboard because he cracked it launching ramps and all that other stuff. But it was a sword and skull Paul Peralta. Do you remember that board?
Oh, yeah,
man,
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I heard that you were actually a skater for Paul Peralta. I was like, man, you're talking about OG skating. That was like 1987, 86, the days when you were just skateboarding for a good time. And now these kids are trying to go out and get $1 million sponsorships for it, for Christ's sake.
Well, yeah, and they are. And they're getting those kind of sponsorships these days. But, to me, well, that's great. That's great that skating's come that far and that can happen for a young skater today. But at the same time, I have to wonder what the motivation is of a young skater who is now, getting into skating and pursuing skating. What is their reason? If their reason is to get that sponsorship or to win a gold medal or to be the champion, well, it's a much drastically different motivation than I had. And I'm of a generation that when I started, that was an unproven career path. It wasn't laid out in front of me. I had to plow the earth forward myself, me and that generation of skaters, to make that all possible. So, and the only reason we did it, like I said earlier, wasn't because of a carrot dangling out in front of us. It was because it had to be done, and we loved the work. We enjoyed it. So so it's just, and I think that's true of most everything, Everything's kind of evolved in that sort of direction where what is your motivation now? What is your motivation if you're picking up a football or you're going to play baseball or you're going to ride a skateboard or whatever it is, start a band? What is your motivation? If your motivation is, solely only the money that's out there, the sense of achievement that's out there, that which is really to please other people, then you got to really question that.
No, I agree, and it comes out in the sports that you just mentioned. I mean, a lot of these athletes, which probably have natural ability, because of the motivation of them, either being a showboat or just doing it for the money or, doing it for another reason other than to prove something to themselves, because that's basically what the human condition and the human equation amounts to, is proving something to oneself. This is your life. This is your vision of how things are going to transpire. And if you're going to live for the perspective of others, it's going to show. And I think that you're exactly right when you say about the NFL, NBA, or skateboarders nowadays. You can tell that if it doesn't evolve out of pure organic self-motivation, then it could jeopardize the whole integrity of it all. Just like I think that's what you were alluding to, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But out of all your accomplishments, man, I mean, which is a lot, what's your proudest accomplishment out of them all?
Well, if I really don't know I don't really feel like I've accomplished a whole lot as far as like trophies on my shelf. I think the most important thing to me is that I've lived my life on my terms and done it my way, and carved my own way, and gone through life with self-respect. I think that's, especially the skateboard world is considered to be this, subculture of individualists, and it's really not. You find yourself in it. You find yourself in it, and you realize it's just like anything else. There's a herd mentality, there's a gang mentality, there's a mob rules mentality, and especially as a professional skater in this industry, which I didn't really sign up for. There's a great pressure to conform and be one of the boys. Well, I didn't want to be a part of a fraternity. I didn't want to join your club. I want to ride a skateboard, and I want to be a professional skateboarder, because to me, that is the ultimate expression of my love of skating. That being a pro skater to me isn't about winning a contest. It's about sharing skateboarding with others. It's like the ultimate thing to do is to travel around the world and ride your skateboard and introduce it to other people and show them just how fun and exciting skateboarding can be. That's pro skating to me. So because I've taken that path, I've gone against the grain, even in this, counterculture environment. And at some point I could have said, well, this is too painful, this is too hard, maybe I should just join the group. And I never did. And I think that, to me, is, the thing I'm most proud of, is that I got through, the thick of it intact.
Absolutely, man. The true individualist, man. I dig that. That's what I try to promote every time I'm on here. I want to talk about what you were alluding to there just a second ago. People around the internet and in other media that know you as someone, not to mess with. I mean, you're really someone who, for a lack of a better term, kicks ass and takes names. You know what I'm saying? You do epic skateboard tricks that, good God, I wouldn't even try if somebody paid me $1 million to do. You do dangerous stunts, it looks like just for the thrill and just for the adrenaline, just an all-around badass, you know what I'm saying? But one of the things that's overlooked, and you just alluded to it earlier, is your charitable nature. I've seen a lot of videos of you online actually showing children from around the world, actually introducing them to skateboarding, bringing skateboarding to, third world nations. And you're out there showing them how to skateboard, and not just third world nations, just everywhere in general, just international. But definitely places where they're not exposed or don't have the resources to put up a skate park or put up an area where kids could skate. And one thing I noticed is your genuine compassion and attitude in these videos. It's not like you've seen these NBA, NFL players when they, come back from break. Hey, the NFL cares, and they show some, half-witted millionaire athlete that looks so disingenuous for being there with the children. It's sick. Absolutely not, man. You can actually tell from, your facial expressions to the way you interact with the children that you're genuinely happy to be doing what you do. And my question to you is can you describe for us what motivates that aspect of Mike Vallely?
Well, I've been told that Mike, he's a guy who gives back, or Mike, he's real charitable with his time. I don't look at it like that, I look at it like I value the opportunity to interact with these kids. I value the relationship that's there because of skateboarding, because it's something I love. Something I love has enabled me to make a living, to go out into the world and share it with as many people as possible, even in remote places where, I'm the first person to introduce skateboarding, I mean, that's exciting and everything, but I do the same thing, locally. I'm the same guy. I'm consistent in my effort all the time. It's not like I just get off on going to some remote location because I got a hard-on for that or something. That's not the case.
No, certainly. No, I agree. I mean, as a matter of fact, I've seen you in a variety of different scenarios and a variety of different clips with children, like you said, from other countries, children from here, even your own children. And it's unbelievable to me to finally see. I mean, this was something that I grew up with, badasses that, were family men that knew how to be around, children and women and respect. We don't have that anymore. We live in a day and age where it's just, complete, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. And when I look at you, I look at some badass that everyone should attain to be as far as a man. Everybody's turning into some pussified version of themselves. At the same time, you have the internal integrity to be able to understand the genuine character of children and what they have to offer. And it seems to me that you actually have a care for that. I mean, it's not just some act, just like you mentioned here. So I absolutely agree. Go ahead, sir. I didn't mean to interrupt you. No,
thanks. There's nothing worse for me than to come across people who only know me as some tough guy or some wannabe tough guy or, your fight videos and this, that, the other thing. I mean, that's the biggest drag in the world to hear about because they obviously don't get it at all. I've never, I'm a person who holds my family, holds and cherishes the things I love with loving and protective arms. And that's what makes a man a complete man. I don't have like some contradictory personalities. I have, a complete personality, and I'm quite content with that. Very comfortable in my own skin. There's times when you stand up and fight for what you love, and I have no issue with that at all. But yes, as far as I see a spark, I see a light in people's eyes, whether they're kids or adults or whatever. And I'm in a role, I'm in a position where I can nurture that, encourage it. I don't see how I can't. I mean, skateboarding, punk rock music, these things affected my life in such a profound way when I was a teenager that I've felt an overwhelming, surge of energy to go out there and share it. It's like a calling for me. It's what I want to do. It's what I love to do.
And we can sense that from you, especially from somebody who's an observer. You can definitely sense that, man. One thing I'm sure everybody would like to know: are you afraid of anything? I mean, seriously. I mean, it seems to me that you're not afraid of anything, man. You seem to be like I hate to keep making the comparison to Evel Knievel. But I remember him, being in an interview. He was, drinking some booze, had some chicks around him, and he just said, "I'm not afraid of anything." And that's what I get from you. Are you afraid of anything?
No, well, I'm not afraid to die. So, what's the worst thing that can happen to you? I love life, man. I appreciate every moment, every breath, and And because of that, it's like I'm you know, if I drop dead the second I hang up this phone, well, it was a damn good run, and you know, I appreciated all of it. And I think if you have that kind of attitude, then you know, there's nothing to fear.
Absolutely, man, and it's good to hear that you're not afraid of anything, man, because it makes me feel better. Because I was going to say, I was waiting for you to say I'm afraid of clowns or you know something like that, and I was going to go, oh.
Yeah. No.
But you know, I want to get to your musical work, man, because I really dig Revolution Mother. You know, it's definitely classic raw metal with lyrics, and the lyrics are definitely you, man. You know. The Runaway Train is a kick-ass song. I mean, you can tell that's Mike Vallely, you know, singing, you know, just what he is. Another song, what was it, Do or Die, a kick-ass song. When can we expect anything out of Revolution Mother? Any kind of new album? We can expect any concerts from your potential project there?
Yeah, you know, we keep talking about it. It's something, you know, I really care about and I really value, and I love the music, and like the songs you mentioned, they're really like, I think they're great songs and they're really important to me, and I'd like to continue to get out there and play them. It's hard, you know, with a band. Everyone's got families and jobs, and you know, it's hard to get everybody together and get out on the road. So I think we'll probably look at putting out some new material sometime in the next year, and also gig, but I don't know to what extent we'll be able to. You know, it might just be locally or something. I don't know that, you know, I think our days of touring extensively with Revolution Mother, they may be at an end, but it's hard to say. We just don't know.
Certainly, and let me tell you, I hope it's not at an end, man, because that really kicks ass. It's like Metallica before they cut their hair and decided to go wherever the hell they're going now. I know that you're nominated for a Golden God Award at the Revolver Magazine Awards show, man, for Most Metal Athlete. Can you tell us, you know, because I know that it's a fan-based voter type tally. Can you tell everybody that's listening out there how they can vote for you so that we can make sure that you get the award at the Revolver Magazine show? Yeah,
and I appreciate that. Thanks.
No problem, man. You know, I already voted.
Oh, thanks. Well, you know, I've been nominated for this kind of stuff before, and I never really took too much interest in it. I definitely am making a big run at trying to actually win this thing, because the nomination itself actually is actually a true honor for me, because like I was alluding to earlier, you know, I've never really been that much of a competitive skater. I never put my emphasis on, you know, winning or anything. I just put it on, my emphasis was on the love and the passion and the fun of skating. And
certainly.
And I think how I feel about this nomination is this nomination actually acknowledges that aspect. It actually acknowledges who I am, not, you know, how well I did in 60 seconds of skating. And because of that, I go, oh, man, this is something that, you know, would really be incredible to win. However, the voting process is basically a popularity contest. It's how many votes you can get from your fan base. And I'm up against, you know, like a WWE wrestler. And, you know, the WWE, they have a tremendously large fan base, and they're active. If they say, go vote for our guy, they're going to vote. And they're going to vote over and over and over. So that makes it harder.
Let me tell you something. If the Miz or Wiz or the Piz or whatever his name is, if he wins over you, man, I'm going to be sick. All right, I'm going to say that publicly on this broadcast. I'll probably donate a whole show to it, because I can't. If there's anybody that deserves that award, Most Metal Athlete, and metal to me means, you know, hard ass, badass, no fear. It's you, man. I mean, every aspect of athleticism, you know, and this is just a side note from me to you, man. Every aspect of athleticism, skateboarding. I even saw you do a damn car stunt. I mean, I saw you throw yourself off of a, you know, what is it, 4 or 5 story building?
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break, man. If the Miz gets it, man, I'm going to be very upset. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, I don't know what's going to happen with the voting. I mean, I know that people are voting for me, and it's very encouraging, and I'm really appreciative of everyone that's been supportive. But, you know, the nomination itself, just to be recognized, is definitely, you know, a huge deal for me. However, we need to vote, and we need to activate everyone that's down to support me to do it. And basically, all you have to do is go to revolvermag.com, and the voting's there on their front page, and click on through and vote away. And like I said, it's a popularity contest, so you can vote as many times as you like.
And we'll try to make it viral. We'll try to do whatever we can out here to make sure that you win, man. And if you win, I hope that we at least had a good percentage to do with that.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for bringing that up, because it's really important to me right now.
No, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I mean, you deserve some kind of recognition out here. You're one of these underground legends that is definitely overlooked. And I know that awards are just awards, but it's definitely recognition from, especially this type of award when it's the fans voting. It's a crowning achievement based upon the people, man. So I get it, man. Believe me.
Well, thanks. And this is a world, the metal world, the aggressive music. This is a world that I've been participating in for a long time. I make music. Music's been a big part of my skating all along, from punk rock to metal. So I feel like, and you know what? I have metal in my body as well. Parts of my body are held together with plates and screws. So. I don't know. Man. I just think I've built an overwhelming case to win this thing.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I actually put your video on my blog. I'm really hoping that everybody's voting, because seriously, man, you really kick some ass. And I'm not just saying that because you're on my show. I'm saying that because I would never do any of the things that you do ever in my life, ever. Even if my life depended on it, I probably would just, that's about it. I'd probably just let it go. But there's so many things that you do, man. Is there anything that you wanted to do but couldn't do?
No, I've done everything I've ever wanted to do in my life.
There you go. That's a confident badass. That's what I'm talking about. So there's absolutely nothing.
No, and anything that I haven't done yet, it's just because I haven't done it yet.
I hear you, man. How many asses have you kicked in your day?
Oh, I don't really count these things. When it crosses my desk, I deal with it.
Yeah, I hear you. And believe me, the documentation is proof enough. Is there anybody famous that you've always wanted to kick their ass, or you don't really want to go there? I mean, I'm just curious, because I know that you're an underground legend kind of guy, and even though you're maybe not generally known by everybody, you're known throughout the celebrity community. I mean, the celebrity community really respects you, and I know that you're around some of these people. Is there anybody that just really rubbed you the wrong way, and you just wanted to give them a good rearranging of their face, but you knew it would probably cost you some litigious crap, so you just didn't even bother?
No. Most people I've met have been, I
wouldn't want to say anything to you either, man.
Yeah, I mean, if someone rubs me the wrong way, I just ignore them and walk away. I mean, that's like, they're not worth my time anymore, But no one's gone out of their way to, poke me with their sticks, and they probably just know better.
I hear you, man. I know better, and people out there should know better too, man. The documentation's proof enough. But once again, I think you're a nice guy, man. I mean, this interview right here has really proved to me that there's more to being a tough guy than just being a tough guy, and I'm really glad that people are seeing this. Do you have any positive or negative words to the young people listening? We have a lot of young people listening in right now.
Well, I definitely don't have any negative words.
Well, you never know. People are people.
No, I mean. No, I just think, anyone who's listening, I really don't know what to say. I mean, I don't really see myself as being up on a soapbox or, being responsible for kicking down any, vital information. I think I just kind of live it, and you ask me the questions, I answer them, but beyond that, I don't really have anything else to really, interject.
I hear you, man. I hear you. You're just, one of these, enigmas that just does, man. That's why I try to, see if I can get that answer of what the energy is that fuels you. But I bet it's just something that's just embedded, kind of like how the spider knows how to weave a web and things of that nature. It's just genetically embedded. It's obvious, man. But beside that, what's next for you? What's next for Mike V after this?
My focus right now is this Golden God thing. Got to win this Golden Gods award, and then. And just sort of take it from there. I mean, I'll be hitting the road this summer, doing some sort of skate and music tour. Still fleshing out those details right now, but you know, I just expect to be active. You know, be out there and doing my thing.
Cool, man. Can you tell us the different ways we can find you online?
Yeah, my website is the main hub. That's MikeVallely.com. That's VALLELY. And I'm on Facebook and Twitter. You can look me up at those places. I really make an effort to interact, you know. So if you leave me comments on Facebook or you tweet me, I will usually respond. I try to anyway.
Awesome. And I know, I mean, you're about out of time here. I want to just ask you one more question, but before you do, do you mind if we take a couple of calls? Because we got a lot of people here private messaging me up. They want to talk about, a bunch of things. Do you mind if we take about 2 or 3 calls and just kind of?
How much longer are you going to be on the air?
Well, actually, we're on the air for a long period of time, and this is actually a 3-hour show. But I kind of want to, get some of these kids' questions here because they're asking about skaters from the past. There's definitely a lot of people in here that would like to ask you a couple of questions. So if you could just, if you could take a couple of calls if possible. If not, I understand,
sure.
Man, you're a pretty busy guy.
Let's do 1 or 2, and then I got to jump.
Okay, no problem, man. Thank you very much. Everybody, if you want a call right now, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We're going to take 2 calls for Mike V. And if they happen to be prank calls, you guys are ass clowns, okay? I mean, seriously, if they prank call, because I get a lot of prank calls from these kids. You know how kids are.
Right.
If you prank call, I'm going to give Mike V your phone number, and he's going to go out there and, stomp your teeth so far down your throat that you'd be able to chew the last ham and cheese sandwich you had for lunch, boy. Anyway, 646-652-4869. One more question, and then we'll take some calls. Can you tell some of the people you know that I'm not a bad guy and, come down here and be interviewed? I mean, I've been turned down by everybody for an interview, and I want to thank you for coming in. But I've been turned down more times than a $2 whore on nickel night for an interview, except for you, man. So can you just spread the word a little bit that Ghost is not a jerk?
I will.
All right, man. I appreciate that. Anyway, let's take some calls, and then we'll send Mike V on his way, man. It sounds like he's in the car or something. I don't want to take any more of his time. Area code 408. What's going on? You got a question for Mike V?
Hey, what's poppin', Ghost? It's Goofy Bone. What's up, Mike V?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Goofy Bone? You got a question, man?
Yeah, I do. Hey, Mike, you could answer it if you want to talk about it. The situation in Anaheim. Do you want to speak on that or no?
What do you want to know about it?
I just want to know what was the end on that? So you cut ties with the Ducks and all that, or are you in talking terms with them, or that's just it?
No, that's it. No talking terms. Wouldn't take a phone call from those people. I want nothing to do with them. They made the play and they made the wrong play. They just had to side with a drunken fan who tried to steal candy from a baby, which is basically stealing from my child. They with that guy, and they made me out to be the bad guy when I did the most righteous thing I've ever done in my life, and that's for my family. So, no, there's no relationship to be had, and there never will be.
All right. Well, I just want to say that, man. I give you a salute for standing up for your daughter and all that, because that guy was totally in the wrong, and screw the Ducks, because I'm a Sharks fan. But no.
Thanks, Goofy Bone. But seriously, I mean, there was an actual discord between you and the team on that? I thought that was all settled and everything was under the bus.
No, nothing was settled. They left it hanging. They didn't apologize. They don't feel like they have to apologize. They felt like I was a hot-tempered guy who acted out of line in their building, and they want nothing to do with me. Well, that's great. They showed the true colors, and I want nothing to do with them.
That's unbelievable. Don't go to a Ducks game. We're no longer Ducks fans. Everybody just don't buy Ducks material. That's crap. Anyway, one more call, and then we got to let Mike V go. Michael, are you there?
Yeah, can I speak to Alex Jones, please?
Say this stupid idiot. Anyway, that's about it. I mean, you can thank that person right there for screwing up the phone calls with Mike V, all right? You can thank that ass clown for all the fans that are out there. Anyway, Mike V, I know you got to go, man. I really appreciate the time. I know that you're on the go all the time, always working. I appreciate the time that you spent with us. As a matter of fact, as soon as you get off the horn here, I'm going to pop a bottle of champagne to celebrate my first interview, and I want to thank you once again. If there's anything that we can do to make sure that you are the most metal athlete at the Revolver Magazine Awards, we're going to do it. We've got a lot of people that are viral video makers that are in tune with all these social networks out here. We'll try to make it happen, and if the Miz still wins, well, I don't know what to say. I mean, WWE, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. It was a great interview. You did a great job. I'll let the people know that Ghost is a good guy, and we'll just take it from there.
Thank you, man. And let me tell you, if you ever have anything, you ever going to go on tour again, or if you need to promote anything, let me know. We'll be more than happy to promote it for you, man.
All right, you got it. Thanks, man.
All right, you take it easy. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Mike Vallely, the infamous badass. All right, the infamous badass of the legendary skateboarding world, legendary stuntman, athlete. And a good guy. I couldn't believe that I just interviewed Mike Vallely, man. I'm a good guy. Woo! Man, as a matter of fact, I don't even know what to say, man. I feel like it's Baller Friday. I mean, Mike Vallely just called me up. He just said I was a cool guy. I mean, good God. Anyway, let me go ahead and pop a bottle here since we're just chilling here right now. I'm going to pop up. Let me open this up, folks. 646-652-4869 is the number to call if you want to kick back with me. This is kind of a random episode, folks, because I really wanted to promote Mike V coming on. We already went through the day's overview of the markets. Now what I'm going to do is start the drinking. That's right, folks. I'm going to pop a bottle of champagne. It's a great day today, man. As a matter of fact, everything was up on the market today, man. Everything was up. Here, let me pop this bottle here. Like in the word of my boy Birdman, who I've been trying to get on here for an interview but can't. So if you happen to know Birdman, man, tell him to hook me up. I mean, you're talking about an ultimate capitalist. Hook me up out there. Anyway, once again, everybody thought Mike V was great. Look at all the positive comments here in the chat room. Once again, please vote for him. All right, make it viral. Let's make sure that Mike V is the most metal athlete, so he'll know that, hey, it's about True Capitalist Radio hooking us up on there. Anyway, let me pop this bottle here. Everybody, listen to this. This is how you pop a bottle of Moet champagne, baby. Listen to this.
Do you like turkey sandwiches? Then you'll love the new premium carved turkey and bacon sub at Subway restaurants. It's oven roasted just right, sliced thick just the way you like it. And just when you think it can't get any better, look out. It's got crispy bacon in there too. Order one today on your choice of freshly baked bread. Then select any veggies you want to make your premium carved turkey and bacon sub uniquely yours. It's a great sub for people who really like turkey. Subway, fresh is what we do.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Man, you hear that, man? That's a bottle of Moet right there. You know what? I sip Moet straight out the bottle because I can, baby. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, everybody. Cheers. I'm sipping Moet right out of the bottle. Here, let me go ahead. Damn, carbonation shot up right in my nose, for Christ's sake. Good God. Sorry, folks. Obviously, you can't chug a bottle of champagne like you'd chug a bottle of beer. But who cares? Let's keep it going, shall we? I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. What did everybody think about Mike Vallely, man? I thought that was a great interview. I thought it showed a new side of the man. I know that everyone out there knows this man is some, badass. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable badass. But to be honest with you, he's a nice guy, family man. And it sucks to know that the Ducks actually viewed what Mike Vallely did in Anaheim as some sort of a bad thing. You know? I mean, give me a break. Let me go ahead and take another swig of this. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. It's Baller Friday. We're talking about whatever is on Ghost's mind. Let me tell you, I was day trading today, making some serious capital. Man, Mike V was just on my show, for Christ's sake. Mike Vallely. Good God, I'm sorry. I'm still in shock. I'm still in awe. I'm still in complete freaking awe that this man was on my show. I'm sorry, because, you know, folks, I have been trying to get people on this program, and everybody is scared crapless. Nobody wants to come on here. Everybody's scared crapless, for Christ's sake. So it's good to know that Mike Vallely knows that, the ghost man here isn't some jerk nut that's going to, put him in a corner or something like that. It was a great interview, I thought. And, I want to hear from you. What'd you think? What'd you think about Mike Vallely? 646-652-4869, for Christ's sake. Nobody calling? Is everybody scared? Huh? Is everybody scared? Everybody scared? Don't be scared, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Getting gas here because of this damn... Jesus. Because of this damn champagne, for Christ's sake. Anyway, area code 302, you're on the air.
Hi, Ghost. It's the tech guy. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, tech guy? How you doing, man?
Mike Valley's got a big act to follow, but I guess I'm not going to be scared.
No, hey, don't worry about it, man. I mean, that was a great interview. I mean, it's a great insight on the guy. You know, he's a nice, cool cat. He's not some guy that you bump into and give you a couple of pimp slaps because you stepped on his airwalks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he really is, man. And I'm really, once again, I'm surprised that he got any kind of crap from that damn hockey Ducks, whatever the hell it is. I'm not a big hockey fan, but, they actually blamed him for the situation when he was getting, or actually his daughter was getting a hockey stick from one of the hockey players, and it was snagged out of his daughter's hand by some drunkard fan. And, if I was in that position, if that was my daughter, I would have done the same damn thing, knocked his teeth down his throat. You know what I mean? I would have tore him a new ass crack. Straight up, he ain't gonna do that to me. What the hell's this guy's problem? And then for the Anaheim, whatever, the Ducks or whatever the hell the stupid little hockey team is, for them to blame Mike Vallely, for Christ's sake, I mean, sick. So screw the Ducks. If anybody has any Ducks propaganda material or shirts, hockey shirts, sticks, shove them up somebody's ass and leave them there. Anyway, sorry. What's going on there, tech guy?
Well, apparently the radiation is going to hit later tonight. I think it's going to hit California. I don't think it's going to hit where I am because we have northerly winds here. We're blowing winds up from Washington, where I am on Vancouver Island. So we're not going to get it as bad here, but I'm hoping that we don't.
Who told you that there? Who told you that there, tech guy?
I saw on the news that we have a really big low sitting right on the bottom of Vancouver Island, where I am.
You know that we're actually reading radioactive debris off the West Coast now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. And the only reason that I hear this is because I watch the business channels. They ain't going to tell you that on the news channels. You want to know why? Because on the news channels, they want to entertain you. They want to show you things like that stupid bimbo, Friday, my Friday song, baby. I got my friends on Friday. We're bombarded with that kind of news instead of realizing that, hey, radioactive material is headed our way, for Christ's sake. And, of course, our government is going to downplay the whole damn thing. I don't know if you saw Good Morning America today. Well, you are in Canada, so I don't know if you got Good Morning America over there.
I can get that, but I didn't watch it.
Oh, man, Good Morning America today. They had some physicist. You know, as a matter of fact, he's actually a well-renowned physicist. I forgot his name. He's Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, this is the only honest scientist that has been analyzing this situation based upon the aerial photos taken by the choppers, taken by the satellite photos, and he's basically saying that this has been a meltdown already. That this has been a complete and utter destruction, and he explained that, you know, as you can see from the pictures, the rods are exposed. There's heavy radioactive activity just going into the air. It's a major meltdown disaster, and they're not saying anything about it. And in the midst of him explaining this, you had Robin Given, or what the hell's her name, Robin Quivers, or what the hell's her name? That broad, Robin Roberts, on Good Morning America, saying that, trying to interrupt him so he doesn't actually say the truth and, you know, kind of hyper-sensationalize these people. But let me tell you, if I was in the West Coast, man, I would be very concerned. Not only would I be very concerned, I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed off that, you know, first of all, Japan couldn't just do what they did in Chernobyl. I don't understand why they just couldn't just compact this thing to begin with cement and mud. I don't understand why. What were they going to lose money on the nuclear reactor? Hey, big deal. All right, TEPCO or TATCO or whatever the hell the damn Japanese nuclear company that owns that damn reactor. Who cares? And then you got the Japanese government saying, you know, hey, it's okay, go out and party. It's horrible, man. I'm telling you right now, this nuclear fallout is a definite situation that everybody should be concerned about. Now, am I saying that people should stay indoors and do that sort of thing? No. But, man, it's radioactive activity, man. I mean, do you understand? You read comic books, right, Tech Guy? Are you there, Tech Guy? Oh, he hung up. Well, anyway, you read. Yeah, I'm sure you have read comic books. You read where, you know, radioactive man comes across some yellow gook and, you know, grows a seventh arm or something and, you know, becomes some superhero. I mean, you know, that's not a joke, man. I mean, you know, radioactive material does some weird things to the body. And being exposed to that is unbelievable. Anyway, Goofy Bone, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, Ghost.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I didn't mean to disrespect.
No, don't worry about it. You weren't disrespecting or anything. I was trying to get him on his way, man, because he sounded like he was on his way to somewhere. I heard him entering his car, so I didn't want to really keep him that long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, no problem. No, I just spent $416 on a flight for my mom from San Jose to Austin, Texas, because we got family out there. Actually, she's going to be staying in Bastrop or Bastard or something like that.
Bastrop. Yeah, Bastrop.
Yeah, Bastrop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, somewhere out there. Yeah, she called me. It's getting kind of crazy. They got tornado warnings in San Jose. It's something we've never, ever gotten in our lives.
A tornado warning? What the hell?
Yeah.
A tornado warning in California?
Yeah, the end is near in California, I'm telling you, because this nuclear thing's going to wipe people out.
Oh, man, don't tell man, I got a lot of people in California listening in, man. You're going to get them scared crapless.
Well, believe me, I'm on tour, and I got to go home to this crap, Ghost. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm going to be right there with the Section 8 girl going, my kid, because I got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be jacked up with a Section 8 because I'm going to have nothing, Ghost. I'm telling you. It's crazy, man. I'm over here in Buffalo, New York, hungover because I had a good St. Patty's Day last night, even though I did something you would probably slap me over the head with. I spent a little bit of capital on some bimbos, but, I mean, it was good company. I was there by myself, so.
Come on. Are you kidding me there, Goofy, man?
Come on, Ghost. I had to. I mean, I'm the only Mexican in this fucking city, and these broads came up to me, and you know, they bought me a couple rounds, so I had to, you know, do the favor back, but I overextended my stay.
Let me ask you something there, Goofy, man. They better look like Vita Guerra or something. You know, seriously, let me tell you something. They better look like something that, you know, every male on this side of the continent wants. Because I would be goddamned if I was a single man and I spent 1 red cent on some bimbo for her drink because, she was fine. I mean, so Tell me. I mean, do you have a tweet pic or something? You got to do this next time you're with these bimbos. Get a tweet pic and put it on your Twitter so we can all see these broads, man. Because
I can do that. Sure, that's no problem.
Yeah, you got to do that, man. Because I mean, I really try to discourage males from buying females drinks unless unless it's one of these chicks that is not there to get drunk because she has no money. And how do you know that? Well, first of all, her ass cheeks ain't hanging down from her dress. Her damn cleavage isn't hanging down from her bra. You know what I mean? I mean, she doesn't have exposed stomach, exposing the straps of her G-string or anything of that nature. Then maybe I'd understand. Maybe you're trying to get to know somebody. But, from the sounds of it, Goof, it sounds like you, went for one of them whore bags not whore bags, but, them hot tamale sluts that have those exposed G-strings above the waistline. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what, Ghost? I had two of them. Okay, one was I wouldn't say Vita Guerrera because I think she's ugly. I would say she was more like the Desperate Housewives. Lois Lane. What was her name? Terry something.
Terry Hatcher.
Hatcher. Yeah, she looked like her with fake boobs. And then I had a little chubby one that had very nice boobs. So I kind of was leering towards her because I like a little bit of steak to go along with my,
So you mean to tell me you had a little bit of a menage going on?
Well, no. See, the thing is, Ghost, we were all drunk off our asses. I mean, I was buying them shots. They were buying me shots. We were just shooting it up all night. And plus everybody in there is acting like a fool, like a bunch of green idiots, St. Patrick's Day. But anyway, so when the time comes when I offer, when I give them the offer, I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. Let's go back to my hotel. I'm out of town. They know I'm an out of towner, so I'm like, let's go back to my hotel, and we'll get a couple, 12 packs, and we'll just go up there and we'll just party all night. The chubby one right away, she's like, yeah, let's go do that, because she already knows.
Yeah, and that's what I actually tell guys that are lonely. I'm going to get back to your point in a second, but I'm glad you brought that up because the reason most guys don't get laid is because most guys think that their league is a little bit higher than they're shooting for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me tell you, why do you think black guys, and I'm not trying to be racist here, but, go to any club with a lot of black guys in it.
You're telling
no, listen to me.
You're not
when it comes to last call. When it comes to last call, man, I mean, these guys go out, doesn't matter what they look like. It could be some fat, disgusting, flabby, precious-looking, 450 pounds of, flabby ass, I mean, just a disgusting, distorted-looking, lopsided face with cock eyes and everything. And they will still go up to this bimbo and be like, hey, baby, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? You can go anywhere tonight, baby. You can go out here, come to meet me. You know what I'm saying? I go to your house. You know what I'm saying? I go to your house. And I'm not being racist. Look, I'm not being racist. I'm not saying all black people are like this. I'm not saying this. But I'm in Austin, Texas, all right? I go out a lot, all right? I go out a lot around here. I kick it on East 6th Street, West 6th Street. And, there's black fools out here. There's Asians. There's everybody. I mean, we are a melting pot out here in Austin, man. We got a huge contingent of Asians, a huge contingent of Indian people from India. So I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just looking at what I'm viewing. And when it comes to last call, these guys it doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter what. Fat, ugly, no matter what. And you know what these guys do? They end up hooking up with these ugly skankosauruses, right? And because, they give them, the horizontal mambo, they're able to mesmerize these broads into financing them a 78 Cadillac on dubs, and then 3 months later they're on Judge Joe Brown as litigants of cases. I mean, this is what happens in America. Anyway, the only reason I bring that up is because there's guys that are listening in right now that are saying, man, I can't get laid, or man, the bitches ain't putting out. Well, it's because you're probably going for women that just, really don't want to have anything to do with you. I mean, you have to realize in today's America, any woman that's fairly attractive, all right, any woman that's fairly attractive, automatically she's for sale. All right, and what I mean by fairly attractive, No, listen to me. No, I'm not joking. Listen.
No,
if she's fairly attractive, you're going to have to come out the pocket unless you look like, I don't know who you can look like that mesmerizes these bimbos, but, unless you look good to her in a leather jacket, you're going to have to come out the pocket for these bimbos. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of these guys are going home to, Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters every night, because they're going out trying to get laid with these bimbos that are way over their league, way out of their league, and they'll never, ever talk to them unless they come out with a couple of Benjamins out of their pocket. What I say is that if you're going home every night with Rosie Palms and her 5 sisters, I think that what you need to do is take a page out of the brothers. You know what I mean? And maybe take a couple of steps down a notch so you can get yourself some kind of, self-esteem going on. So you can actually get, a couple, bang a few fatties if necessary, so that you can actually get some damn encouragement, so you can get some damn, self-esteem going on. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Goof. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what, Ghost? You're telling the truth, and you're not being racist. You're telling statistics. And believe me, in my statistic book, that's how it always goes down. But, no, back to the scene one. Okay, because, see, the Terry Hatcher one, she's the good-looking one. She looked like Terry Hatcher when she was back in the Superman role, when she looked like Lois Lane because she had the short hair and stuff. But, yeah, so she wanted to sit down because there was, like, a little bar, a little bench, whatever. Anyway, she seemed interested in me, and then the chubby one was like, oh, I want to get going. I got to work tomorrow, da-da-da-da. So it's like me being who I am in my status, I had to juggle them out to even them out to have happiness. So once I evened it all out, everything was going good. It's just I think the Terry Hatcher girl got jealous because she seen me more connected to the little chubby one more than her. So that's why I think. But see, I've had that situation before where I took them both home and boom, boom, boom. Teamwork. Sometimes you got to take 2 for the team.
And what's up with that? What's up with, chicks like all of a sudden becoming lesbians like it's no big deal. Like it's like, something they do at slumber parties now, to go down and play with each other's pink, pumpkin pies, because, it's the thing to do and, we're girls. And since when did this become okay for women to just kind of, go down on muffs? Now, of course, I'm not trying to be some, gay guy and say, I'm against threesomes and I don't believe in menages. But at the same time, what kind of a bimbo would actually demean herself to where, not only is she being used for a sexual amusement park, but also, she's got to go down and, lick the salmon carpet of some other bimbo in the process of this whole sexual liaison. I don't understand what the hell. Why is it okay for women to do this?
I don't know. My thing to get when I'm in that situation, how I get them started was like I always tell them, you guys would look cute if you guys would kiss. What would you guys? Have you guys ever kissed before? And then they all giggle. And I always say, you guys are friends. Friends do everything.
And then they all giggle. That's what and then they all giggle.
You know what I'm saying, Coach? You just got to have that charm, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But women nowadays, you're the one that told me that all you got to do is get a Facebook account and give a couple of bimbos some friends. I don't know how Facebook works. I don't even have Facebook. But now all you got to do is, go around the Facebook pages, give somebody some friends requests, and, before you know it, you're at her house, giving her a piece of your flesh flute. You know what I mean?
Giving her a bone. Say it right, bro.
Yeah.
Giving her a bone.
Yeah, give her a damn bone is right, man. Give her a bone.
Sorry. I've got sex on my mind. You know what?
Oh, man.
You're turning me on. I've always wanted to fuck you.
Uh-oh.
And here's my plan.
Baby girl, understands I could never be your man. I'm just here to be your bone. Giving you something to know. That you like it thick.
Anyway, I just had to play that for a little bit. I listen to it. I know the damn lyrics. I listen
I
mean, come on,
appreciate
man.
it, Ghost, man. You know, I was actually at this little coffee house, you know, because I got a big hangover, so I was down the way at some coffee house because I'm walking around here, you know, trying to get my fill. But everyone looks at me like I'm investigating so I could rob the whole damn town. But anyways, I was at a coffee house and I was talking to this guy, and he was reading a book on capitalism. And I just sit there and I was just hearing his views. And this guy he's not a capitalist. This guy is a liberal, Scientology, wishing that the gods never existed so that people could live life in green peace and all. You know, this guy pissed me off, Goes. I almost beat the living shit out of this guy. I just wish you were there to just help me out a little bit more. But, you know, this guy, he was out there.
Hey, I hear you, man. I run into these pricks all the time, especially out here in Austin, man. I'm serious. They make me sick. Hey, man. Anyway, what do you got a blog, or do you want to plug something, man? There's a whole bunch of people calling up, man. I got the damn lines lit up in here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just Google Goofy Bone. Just Google Goofy Bone or look me up at Reverb Nation / Goofy Bone. And keep capitalizing, everybody, and listen to Ghost, because this man is shooting pearls. And believe me, if a gangster like me shooting people on the streets could capitalize off the things that Ghost could say, anybody could do it. And I mean anybody could do it. For real.
Man, I appreciate that.
Oh,
yeah,
Ghost,
I appreciate that, man.
Ghost, I forgot to tell you, I bought back into oil today because I sold it off the other day. I bought back on it today. It was like $26, and then I just let it sit. So at the end of the day, it rose to like $27 times 700. I just got like 200 something bucks. Just getting in on it. It was amazing, Ghost. I swear.
That's
it was
the
crazy.
way you do it, man. You ride the waves of the volatility. There's so much volatility in today's market, man. You just kind of ride those waves. And, you should be okay. You should make, depending on how much capital you're using for these types of day trading opportunities, you could make yourself, $200, $300, $400. If you trade into the thousands, like, you buy 1,000 shares. For instance, I was trading this one share today that was up 50% on some news that their products were going to be distributed in Lowe's warehouses or Lowe's hardware stores. It was Nexus Lighting. And, man, it was just, spiking through the roof. I literally rode the wave of that stock all day long. I made thousands of dollars just trading those shares. I'm not joking. You just imagine, you buy like 5,000, you buy 5,000 shares at like $3.60. I sold those shares off at $4.10, okay? Then it went back down again to $3.70, so I bought another 5,000, and then it went up to $4.35. So I mean, you just keep doing this, and before you know it, you got so much goddamn capital here just doing day trades. That's on top of all the other investments that you have, whether it's long term, whether you got real estate, whether you got gold, whether you got anything else. I mean, it's great, man. It's just like being in the money, man. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what I hope that you're doing, and everybody else is.
Shooting pearls, Ghost. And you know what? Great interview today, Ghost. And you have a happy, good baller Friday. I was just balling off of $200 that I just got into oil like nothing. I was like, let me go back into oil. And then I just looked on it when it closed. I was like, oh my God, look at this cash I just made. Just sitting here.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And have you seen Caterpillar? Have you seen Caterpillar, man? I mean, I know it was down.
Caterpillar's on the up and down, but I'm going to stay long term on it because they're doing things, and I know they're going to start shipping those things from the Oakland docks out there to Japan, but they're all
not to mention this week alone it was up 9% on previous slides. 9% this week alone. I mean, if you were to get in on that stock, you would have gotten 9% on your money just by just holding on to it or day trading it. That's another volatile stock to day trade.
I mean, it was up 1.80%, I think. I don't know. I
know. Seriously, man. Anyway, Goofy, man, thanks for calling up, man.
Hey, just leave me online, Ghost. Much love. Happy Baller Friday, and cheers to you, Ghost. Cheers.
Hey, man, no problem. Hey, cheers to you, man. I'm sipping on some Moet champagne straight out the bottle, Birdman style. As a matter of fact, I'm already halfway done with this bottle here. Here, check this out. You know, I feel like Michael from the Lost Boys every time I sip from this bottle. You know, I can hear that asshole Kiefer Sutherland in the background. Michael, when I'm drinking this stupid dumbass Moet bottle here. Like I'm about to drink it again, I can hear Kiefer in my head. Michael. Anyway, sorry. Let me take another sip here. What's happened to me, Star? What's happening to me? Anyway, 513, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you doing?
Not bad. I'm just chilling like an insane villain. You know what's up with you, man?
Not shit. Just hanging out. Just enjoying your broadcast.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. What, do you got a couple of drinks next to you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got a Dos
Wild
Equis?
Turkey. Huh?
You got a Dos Equis?
Yeah. I got those things in the fridge.
You got some wild turkey? Wow, you're drinking wild turkey? Are you kidding me?
No. Shit's good.
Are you kidding me, man? That damn thing will put a hole in your stomach there, man.
Fuck it.
Fuck it?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Really? What are you drinking to today, man? You drinking to what do you got? The spring break going on or what?
No, I'm celebrating fighting in Libya. Finally, we're going over there.
Oh yeah, what are you part of the military? You gonna go out there? Or what?
I know some people. I'm thinking about signing up just for this, getting some action.
Really? You know what? Well, why do you think it's a good idea that we go into Libya?
Just slap them around. Need a whole new government in there.
You don't think that the government that'll be in there will be potentially Islamic extremist?
Somewhat. I don't know yet.
So that's why I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned about, you know, if we were going to do anything in this Libyan situation, we should have done it like 2 weeks ago, don't you think?
Somewhat. I mean, well, of course you just got Obama up there. He's too much of a pussy to do anything.
Well, no. I mean, look, let me tell you something. Barack Obama, when it comes to actually implementing anything of foreign policy, he's throwing race relations back like 30 years. 30 freaking years, because you know what he's doing to me? You know what he's doing?
What?
He's turning the White House into Junkyard America. Oh, yeah. That's right, baby. I'm Barack Obama, baby. Woo! Welcome to Junkyard America, baby. Yeah. I know I'm a little late for those Libyan airstrikes, baby. But I was playing golf, baby. I was playing golf. I had to get my game on, baby. Woo! Yeah, Junkyard America. Junkyard America. Junkyard America. America's turning into a shitter. Anyway, what do you think about that?
It's quite enjoyable.
No, anyway, 513, man, you sound like you're, sipping on that wild turkey a little bit too much. Maybe you should just kind of take a step back. You know, maybe you should eat some bread, sober up a little bit. You know, it's still early, man. I mean, it's Friday, for Christ's sake. Don't get drunk too early. You know, you don't want to get drunk until like 12 o'clock at night. You know, at midnight, for Christ's sake, when all the chicks are already loose on the Grey Goose. You understand? What are you doing getting drunk now when, when you try to stumble into some kind of a social arena, you're going to be drunk as a skunk. Anyway, let me take a sip of this champagne. I'm almost done with this damn champagne bottle of Moet, baby. Oh, yeah. Friday. I mean, seriously, man. Well, what's going on with that stupid song? I mean, my Friday. Friday. I mean, the worst song in America. Is this what America's coming to? Is when, you know, the worst songs of all time are going to be popular because they suck? You know? I mean, give me a break. Look, I got a lot of people in here wanting to, sit here and have me play this song. I am not going to play that song, all right? I mean, seriously. I mean, that little stupid bimbo that was going on, I'm going to be a star. I mean, this new day and age of America where we have no shame anymore. You know what I mean? Where we have no shame, where we can just kind of shit out a song, and even if it's obnoxious, even if it looks like we're just dumbasses, even if it looks like we're tickling our ass cracks, well, yeah, okay, she's capitalizing, I get it, don't get me wrong, she's capitalizing, but she sucks! She sucks! She goddamn sucks, for Christ's sake! I mean, how can you capitalize for sucking? You know? Friday, yeah, it's my favorite day where I play with my shenane. Friday, I play with my punani, yeah. I mean, seriously, I mean, it's just sad. It really is sad. Let me take another chug here. Anyway, let's go ahead and take some more calls here. 646-652-4869. I want to hear from you folks. This is just a free format edition, man. I mean, I'm so hyped that Mike Vallely was on earlier being interviewed by yours truly, for Christ's sake. And if you missed it, you better go to the archives at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Go back to the archive. Episode number 47 is going to be the episode you're going to look for so that you can hear the Mike Vallely interview. All right? Yeah. Oh man, let me take some more chugs of this here. Yeah, that's some good Moet, baby. And if you don't know what Moet champagne is, well then obviously you're probably playing with your pecker shaft, wishing that, you know, you could have yourself a Twinkie and put a down payment on a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I mean, good God. I get a lot of idiots in here right now that are flopping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard at me, and I really don't appreciate it. All right, look, if you assholes don't, you got something to say, if you idiots, are going to criticize me, why don't you give me a call, you milky-looking pieces of nipple-clamp-loving, butt-plug-up-the-ass-looking, wish you had a girlfriend tickling the hairs of your derriere-having piece of chicken-eating cornboy crap? All right? Why don't you give me a damn call then? Get your ass off of your chair. Get that cottage cheese ass off your chair and give me a damn call, you morons. All right, 646-652-4869, you milky liquor. All right? Take some of that while you're at it there, boy. Piece of crap. Anyway, I want to hear from you, though. 646-652-4869. Man. Take your call. Okay, we're going to take a Limey's call. Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Hey, what's up, Alex Jones? How you doing, mate?
You stupid, retarded piece of crap. You know that? You're one retarded piece of European crap. How's socialism working for you? Huh? How's socialism working for you, huh?
I thought you like retards.
Yeah, it's not working very well, right? Huh? The European Union going down a little bit, huh? Huh? European Union got to bail out your little pissing ground country over there, huh? Is everything okay? Huh? How's it going? How do you like socialism? Huh? Do you like it, you stupid milky-licking piece of crap? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, socialism is great until you can't pay for it anymore. That's why you idiots out there in Europe are rioting in the streets. You're rioting in the streets, for Christ's sake, because, I deserve, free health care. I deserve, everything for free from my house to my car, to my girlfriend, to my dog, to my girlfriend. I want everything from the government because you owe it to me. You owe it to me because I'm a socialist, you cock. Seriously. Look, we got some more people from the UK. 447, you there? My house, to my car, to my girlfriend, to my dog. Yeah, shut. Why don't you turn the radio down before you call up here, there, you milky liquor. 111, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up, faggot?
No, that's it. I bet you have no girlfriend, do you, man? With that personality, I bet you have no girlfriend. You're sitting there, you're fat in the ass, you got pimples. Am I right? Am I right? No, say something, man. I mean, you can't say anything else. You're a little scared, huh? You don't got the balls? I don't blame you if you don't got the balls.
Hey, you're a faggot.
You see what I'm saying? No balls whatsoever. You know, you're lucky, you're not down here in Austin, Texas, because I would be more than happy to stomp a mud hole in your ass, kick it dry, and then take a dirty yellow bubbly piss in it. And there ain't two things you can say about it but look back at me with a yellow smile about it, you piece of crap. All right? Get the hell out of here. Go somewhere else. All right, 447, I'm going to call on you right now. What's going on? Hey, 447, you there?
Yo, Alex Jones, my boy.
Where the hell are you from?
Oh, me, I'm from the communist paradise.
No, you sound like you're from Ireland, the same country that defaulted on its debt because it was a bunch of drunkard losers.
You better shut the fuck up about Ireland, otherwise we'll come and shove a tire iron up your ass.
Oh no, up me lucky charms. Don't talk that way. I mean, maybe you should pay your debts.
You know what you are? You're a nigger.
There, huh?
You're a filthy nigger.
What did you say?
I said you're a nigger. You're a filthy nigger.
Oh, you got my lucky charms and my island. We don't pay our debts because we're on to say. Go ahead, keep talking there, Ireland boy. We want to hear you.
That's my national anthem, man. You better stop, taking the piss, otherwise
I'm taking a piss on it. How about that, boy? I'm taking a piss on it. What do you think of that? I'm taking a piss on it.
You're taking a piss on it? I'm taking the shit on it, you son of a bitch.
You're not doing nothing instead of sticking a 4-leaf clover up your ass, you leprechaun humping piece of
You
garbage.
come here, I'm going to shut up.
Shut up.
You come here, I'm going to shove a needle in your eye, and then I'm going to take it out and put it in your balls.
I'll be lucky charms.
Hey, Alex Jones, I know where you live. I'm going to come and shove a tire iron up your ass.
Oh, I'm very scared, lad. I'm very scared. I'll get my leprechaun right here with the pot of gold.
You should be. I've got 1,000 niggers at my disposal. Wait, scrap that. I've got 1,001 niggers, man.
I gotta hear what you're saying.
And they're going to come to your ass, and they're going to shove those mudkips right up there, and we're going to have a little party.
Man, are you Mudkips? Oh, don't tell me that you're one of these enemy watchers in Ireland. I mean, look, it's bad enough that you're from Ireland, you're a drunk, you're a loser.
You better not fucking diss Pokemon, man.
No, hold on. It's bad enough you're from Ireland, you're probably going to get some chick pregnant at 16, the whole 9 yards. You're probably going to drink Guinness at 9. But now, you're going to sit over here and say Mudkips? I mean, what, you can't get laid in Ireland? I mean, how fat of a meat and potatoes Irish kilt-wearing piece of crap are you?
I'm not a piece of crap. You're the piece of crap. I take bigger pieces of crap in my toilet, and then I take them out, and then I eat them, and then I shit them back out again.
Did you hear this? Did you hear a fat loser right out of Ireland? How hard is it to be a loser in Ireland? I mean, seriously, in Ireland, just to be cool, all you have to do is go out to your nearest pub and drink yourself to death, and you've got the respect of the whole village out there in Ireland. And here you got this guy talking about eating his own turds, for Christ's sake. You see, hey, Ireland, this is why you're defaulting on your debt here. Talk again there, you Irish leprechaun, ass-licking bastard.
Ireland.
What'd you say?
I said, here in Ireland, turds are a delicacy, man. We just deep fry and eat it.
Yeah, you're a stupid bastard. You know what's funny, though? You're in Ireland. you're probably living in some subterranean shithole that was probably built in like 1545 or something. And here I am. I'm living in some modern-ass high-rise condominium in the middle of Austin, Texas, baby. I'm right here in my office where I go and, conduct my business. And the only thing that you've got to offer is, Lucky Charms, and we got a mud kip, and they're shoving up your arse. Stupid dumbass. Ireland defaulting on their own debt, for Christ's sake. Why don't you put down the Guinness, you drunkard bastards? Why don't you put down the beer and pay your financial obligations to the international community instead of being a bunch of deadbeat drunks? Huh? How about that there, Irish kilt-wearing corn boy? Give me a break. Let me go ahead and chug this here. That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, man. Let's take some more calls, shall we? I don't want to hear. Hey, Ireland, do you have anything else to say? Oh, Jesus Christ. Get him off, for Christ's sake. Why don't you go lick the ass of, what the hell's that? What the hell's that idiot's name? That Irish sauerkraut? No, that's not a kraut. Krauts are German. I don't know. Those Irish people, go suck off a black Irish shillelagh, all right? 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take some more callers. Pineapple Meister, what the hell do you want?
There's a nigger, a phony nigger.
Now it's this story all about how my life got twisted upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there.
Man, you waited an hour and 50 minutes to play that. I mean, I can only imagine your anally retentive life. This guy was sitting there for an hour and 50 minutes just so that he can play that crap. I mean, just imagine how much of a loser one has to be. A complete waste of human life one has to be to wait an hour and 50 minutes to play some ridiculous garbage like that. Can you believe that? I mean, complete and utter losers. I mean, aren't you all ashamed of being pathetic wastes of human life? Any shame whatsoever, for Christ's sake? At some point, we're going to get down to a point, if we keep having these natural disasters, where we're going to have to separate the weak from the wise. And what are y'all going to say then? 646-652-4869. 415, you're on the air.
Hey, who do you think's going to win in Japan?
What do you mean, who do I think's going to win in Japan? What the hell does that mean?
I'm just kidding around. What are you drinking, champagne?
I'm drinking Moet. Hell yeah, man. Drinking some champagne.
Oh, over the Mike V interview?
Yeah, the Mike V interview. Hell yeah, are you kidding me? It's Mike Vallely.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. I listened to it. He's not been around with the skateboard world so much anymore. You don't see him so much.
What are you talking about? He's doing demos all over the country.
Yeah, but he's riding for Element. He's like one of them cats. Like, I kind of wonder. It's like, he's cool, dude. I like him. I respect him a lot. But I just wish he was more on it with the raw skateboarding instead of like all the publicity tours. Like, focus his energy just on the skateboarding instead of all the, because he's
what are you talking about? He is skateboarding, man. Have you seen some of the damn footage of this guy? What are you talking about? Are you a skateboarder? Are you a skateboarder?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You want to see real skateboarding? Shit. I mean, you could, you don't need to have your picture everywhere to be a real skateboarder.
Well, if you're a real skateboarder, I mean, do you have some YouTube videos or something of your skills or what?
Well, I just couldn't. Well, me actually skating.
Yeah, well, you're out here challenging Mike V, man. You say you skate better than him? Everybody out here who's listening, they want to see it.
Wait, hold on. I didn't say I ain't challenging him, and I ain't saying I skate better than him. I'm just saying you don't see Mike V popping up in Thrasher as often as he used to. That's all. Which is like 100% skateboarding. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I agree, but at the same time, this guy was around.
That's all I'm saying.
This guy was around when Paul Peralta and Santa Cruz were still making skateboards, for Christ's sake. What are you talking about? This guy was skateboarding when it wasn't even a career option.
Well, no, he was 17. He got the cover of Thrasher doing ho-ho plants. I mean, there's no doubt. Like, he was a prodigy back in 1986 for sure. you know. And he was a professional athlete. I'm not professional. He was like some kind of wrestling phenom. Like he was like some kind of wrestling champion before he was like, before he was on, Powell and all that. Yeah. Like he was always like.
You're a fucking poser. Get this idiot off. Get him off! Stupid asshole going to talk garbage that way. You don't even know what you're talking about, you moron. You don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was a wrestler before he actually was going out and, no, he wasn't. He was a damn skater before he turned into a wrestler, all right? Don't sit here and try to besmirch the man we just interviewed, for Christ's sake, on this broadcast. We really don't appreciate it, you milky-licking piece of nipple clamp-loving, butt-plug-up-the-ass-looking, wish that you could skateboard, poser-having, skate-rags-wearing piece of crap. All right? So get out of here and don't let the damn door hit you on your fruity, bacon bit-ridden asshole. Anyway. Here, I'm gonna get a glass here. I'm gonna sip this last what's left in this bottle of champagne. I'm gonna sip it in this glass here. Got some glasses here at this bar that I've got in my office, baby. Yeah. So let's go ahead and sip on this here. Let me go ahead and pour it in. Oh yeah, you gotta love that bubbly, man, huh? Man, if you ain't sipping on Moet champagne, let's put it this way. If you're not sipping on champagne that's above, I don't know, I shouldn't say anything. Just forget it. I'm not gonna talk garbage. That's kind of pompous ass. You know what I mean? That's kind of pompous ass there. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break really quick, folks. But before I do, once again, I want everybody to realize that Mike V was here, episode number 47. What a great interview it was. I'm going to take a quick break. Here is a tune off of his band Revolution Mother. I forgot the CD name, but the song is Runaway Train. I like this song, for Christ's sake. I mean, it gets me hyped, man. It makes me want to go out and kick some ass out there, for Christ's sake. I mean, all these people that are, prank calling me and doing all this nonsense, man, you're lucky. You're goddamn lucky. This ain't no damn bar room. I would start, beating asses. I would start laying smackdowns on people that are sitting over here trying to besmirch my show, trying to besmirch my manhood. I would be kicking some goddamn asses, and you know it. And whenever I hear this song, it makes me want to kick some ass. You know what I mean? It makes me want to kick some ass, for Christ's sake. So here it is, Revolution Mother, Runaway Train, baby. That's the name of the song. Put it on, hey, engineer, put it on right now, for Christ's sake. Yeah! Listen to it. Listen to it. Let it penetrate your mind.
With every breath
listening to Ghost on True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
Yeah, man. Did you hear that? Did you hear that metal, for Christ's sake? Sounds like Metallica before they turned into a bunch of wussies. You know what I'm saying? No BS. Anyway, I want to hear from you folks. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We are now in the third hour of Baller Friday of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. If you could please spread it around like wildfire, the official link of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and that's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Spread it around, man. Spread it around like wildfire so that everybody can know and recognize that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. You know what I'm saying? So come on, here, let me take a drink of this, let me take a sip of this here. That's some good stuff, man, isn't it? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at some of the headlines here, folks, because this is one of these free formats. You know, I mean, I was so hype about Mike V coming in, I really didn't even plan the show. So we're just kind of free formatting it. We're kind of free formatting this Baller Friday, and it seems to me that everybody just seems to be a little afraid to call in to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and I don't blame them, boy. I don't blame them. If I were them, I'd be afraid of me too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no BS. I mean, I'd be afraid of me too, for Christ's sake, if I had to call in to an unbelievable, quintessential, the definition of badass, like yours truly, the man they call Ghost. And let me tell you, you know, all you ass clowns that are sitting here talking garbage to me, all you people that are sitting here flapping your fat Dorito-stained fingers on the keyboard talking garbage, you better make sure that your mother or any female that you care about is not in the same vicinity as this broadcast. All right, I mean, if you're talking garbage to me, you better hope that they're not in the sound of my voice, because if they're within the sound of my voice, these women are just going to start creaming out of their pantyhose. You know, they're going to start, you know, putting a couple of fingers in their vajayjay, because they're not going to believe. You know, they're going to be in complete freaking awe. In complete freaking awe at the manly dominance that I'm just throwing around this goddamn program like it ain't shit. So don't sit here and flap your little fat sausages of fingers on the keyboard and talk garbage about me. If you're gonna talk garbage, get your fat cottage cheese app off your damn chair and give me a call. Give me a damn call. Anyway, I'm not taking your call, Michael, all right? So, you know, maybe you should go listen to some Boy George records, you limey bastard, all right? Or go drink some tea and eat some fish and chips. Eat some fish and chips, you moron. 111, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Yo, what's so special about Mike V?
What's so special about Mike V? What are you talking about? What have you accomplished? What's so special about you?
What has Mike V accomplished? Are you
No. What's so special about you?
What's the skater that street skates? What's so special about him? You feel so special.
What is so special about you? Stop dodging the question. What's so special about you?
I fuck more bitches than you.
Yeah, see, nothing is better than you. Want to know why? You're an insignificant nobody. You know, if you died tomorrow, no one would give a crap except your shitty parents. You know that?
That's pretty hypocritical, because that's the same with you too.
No, hey, let me tell you something. If I die tomorrow, people would be concerned where their livelihoods were going to come from. Do you understand what I'm saying, son? I mean, people depend on me for a living. You know, I own businesses. I mean, you know, I trade stocks. I do things. Oh, don't hang up. Oh, come on. I was talking to. Don't hang up. You see, I hate that. I hate when I'm like literally giving people verbal backhands and they know I'm telling the truth and then they hang up and go away. I mean, come on, don't hang up. What are you talking about? Call back. I want to hear you. I want to hear that. You sound a little ethnically ambiguous. I want you to call up and we can try to play, guess the minority. So give me a call back up. Hey, dude, I get more chicks than you, dude. Turn around. What's so special about Mike V anyway, dude? Huh? I mean, come on, give me a call back up. I want to say, guess the minority. Play guess the minority. All right. Give me a call back. Is this you again?
Yeah, why'd you hang up on me, man?
Hey, ain't nobody hanging up on you. You're on the damn air. What are you talking about? You're the one hanging up like some stupid scolded bitch that just got her ass whooped.
I thought you were Mr. Badass. What the fuck happened?
Hey, are you Mexican?
Nope.
Yeah, don't lie. Don't be hated. Look. If you're Mexican, be proud of that. Make it define you, whatever it is.
I'm from fucking Pluto.
No, seriously, man, we can hear the twang in your voice, man. Seriously, I mean, your mom didn't raise you with great English, so we can tell that you're a minority. Just admit what you are. Don't be ashamed of it.
I'm a fucking Pluto.
Don't lie. Stop it. I mean, you see, now you're scared. Now you're like, oh my God, I'm a Pluto. I mean, people are thinking Asian. I'm thinking Mexican. What is it, man?
I'm Plutonio.
No, seriously, what is it, man? Are you Mexican? Are you Asian? Are you Indian? Are you gay? What's going on?
I'm a gay faggot. Yep, that's all I am, man.
You see, this is what happens. You see, this is what they learn in. This is what they learn in elementary school when they're getting picked on by the bullies. Mommy told them this. Mommy told them,
look, son, mijo, when they pick on you in the schoolyard, when they pick on you, just act like a pendejo. Just act like a pinche pendejo and like a baboso and like a pinche maricón, and just go out there and say, I don't know nothing. I'm just stupid, and just pretend like you're a joto and the whole 9 yards, and just say I'm gay. Oh no.
Are you still there?
Take another guess.
Come on, keep talking. We're playing Guess the Minority here. I'm saying it's Mexican. People are saying Asian.
It ain't both of them. Guess again.
Nah, you're lying your ass off. I know it's a Mexican. Let me tell you something. I'm from Texas, all right, boy. I mean, we got a lot of Mexicans walking around out here, all right? I mean, I can sniff a Mexican from a mile away. And let me tell you, I'm sniffing your way, and it smells like enchilada. All right, pal, so just admit it, all right?
You're too confident in yourself. You just have a big ego.
No, just admit it that you're a Mexican so we can move on already.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
You still fuck your cousins in Texas?
Just admit it that you are Mexican and we'll move on.
I'm Mexican.
What are you? You Asian?
Nope. Come on,
Give me a break.
Against the minority.
Let me tell you something. I know that you're not Caucasian, all right? I know that you're not English. Anything pale-faced, we can go ahead and throw that in the garbage. You are not a pale-face. I can tell by the twang in your voice that you're either, some kind of a Mexican, an Asian. I'm even willing to go as far as maybe an Arab. You know, I mean, am I right? Maybe an Arab going on?
Nothing wrong there, man.
Well, what are you? I mean, don't be ashamed of it. I mean, I'm sure your father would kick your ass if you were ashamed of, his seed. So why don't you just say what you are? You're ashamed of it?
I'm Hawaiian, bro.
Well, we'll talk about it. You're Hawaiian?
Yeah, I eat spam.
You're Hawaiian, Jesus Christ. Well, aren't you hit up by radioactivity by now? For Christ's sake, what are you doing on here? Shouldn't you be sealed up in your house? Shouldn't you be collecting like all the coconuts you can and all the pineapple and maybe collecting a couple of those bitches that give you lays after you get off the plane in Hawaii and bundling up in your house and covering up the crevices of your home so that you don't get toxicated by that, radioactive fallout that's headed your way? I mean, what are you doing on here?
I want to get exposed, and I want to get radioactivity in me. I want to be a superhero.
Yeah, you're probably one of these. I bet your father was on Dog the Bounty Hunter. Am I right?
Yeah. How you know?
No, I'm serious. I bet your father was one of these victims from Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, give me a break, all right? Cowabunga?
Wadabala.
Cowabunga.
Wadabala, man.
Huh? Hang 10, yeah?
I got a warrant for your arrest, Dr. Bounty Hunter.
Man, that's sad. You know, I feel bad for Asians. You know, when I mean Asians, I'm just saying I really feel bad for them. You know, because that's what Hawaiians are. Let's be honest. They're Pacific Islanders. They're Asian. I mean, you know that they're a small part of the American population, and yet they are one of the highest rates of suicides. And why is that? Well, this right here, what you just heard, you know, this lack of personality. This lack of identity, you know, this lack of being able to express oneself in a competent manner. In my personal opinion, I think that this is where this comes from. You know, I mean, let's be honest. When was the last cool American Asian guy that you knew? Besides Bruce Lee, all right? Besides Bruce Lee and Francis Fukuyama, all right? Besides those guys, seriously, who else? I mean, who is a cool Asian guy that, you know, it's just, you know, unbelievable. Like, you know, we just have to buy, you know, we just have to be like him. You can't find one, can you? You can't think of one, can you? I mean, every time they try to sell us a Asian person on the television, how do they sell them? As some obnoxious, you know, individual. I mean, I'm being honest, man. I'm not trying to be a racist here. I mean, that's how they sell Asian people on the television. They sell them like, you know, obnoxious, you know, what was that idiot on Mad TV that was always acting like some obnoxious Asian idiot that didn't know anything, couldn't see, couldn't do anything? He played like every Asian stereotype, and, you know, I don't know, he wanted some credibility as some legitimate comedian. Do you know what I'm talking about? His name was Bobby something, that idiot on Mad TV. You remember what I'm talking about. You know, you play all the Asian stereotypes. That's the cool Asian in today's America, all right? That's today's Asian. Now, look, I may not know Asians in, like, the Asian continents. All right, okay, great. I'm sorry, I don't know. All right? But I'm talking about Asians in America. Hey, I said Bruce Lee. I like Bruce Lee. I think Bruce Lee was a kick-ass... Bobby Lee. Yeah, Bobby Lee. That's who I'm talking about. Have you heard from Bobby Lee lately? No, you haven't. You want to know why? Because he just basically played every stereotype you can think of, for Christ's sake. All right? What are you going to say? Chow Yun Fat or, you know, Jackie Chan, for Christ's sake? I mean, y'all are reaching, all right? Y'all are reaching there. Anyway, are you still there, Asian?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, man? Can I convince you, by any means, can I convince you to drop the chopsticks and eat with a fork?
I already eat with a fork. No,
you already eat with a fork? So we got you there already. You're already eating with forks now.
Yeah.
All right. Do you still eat egg rolls and you put MSG in your food and stuff?
Of course, man.
Why do you put MSG in the food, man? I mean, don't you know that makes your blood pressure go through the roof, for Christ's sake? It makes you shit blood for the next 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Because it's MSG. I don't care.
Jesus Christ. Come on, get a personality, man. Come on. Grow some balls. Do you have a girlfriend?
What do you have to say? Just throw some questions at me. I don't care. I'm ready.
No, seriously, man. I mean, grow some balls, man. I mean, you know, I understand you're Asian and you're kind of lame because nobody has shown you how to be a man. But goddamn it, be a goddamn man, man. You remind me of every Asian. Shut up. Shut your stupid Asian mouth and suck on an egg roll. Suck on an egg roll for just a second. Look, I don't mean to be racist because I am the melting pot of friendship. I've got Asian friends. I've got Indian, black friends, Mexican friends, the whole 9 yards. But, I mean, I'm concerned because a lot of the Asian friends that I have teenage sons, and a lot of them are, you know, considering offing themselves because the only thing that encompasses their lives are their schoolwork, and if that doesn't encompass their lives, well, you know, they're nerds and they're stupid. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is that, get a goddamn personality, Asians. All right? I mean, just get a personality here, man. I mean, you guys are smart, right? You're logical, right? Hey, do you know math by any chance there, Asian? Do you know math?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're good in math. I mean, could you calculate the probability of you possibly finding some kind of a, personality that can get you laid?
About 1 in 20.
Yeah. When was the last time you actually got a piece?
My mom hasn't been home since about 3 weeks ago.
You stupid, silly bastard. Your mom should be neutered. You know what I'm talking about? Seriously, I mean, if you are the consequence of her embryo, this bitch needs to have her uterus internal organs taken the fuck out. Excuse my French. Anyway, that's enough of this Islander idiot. Get him off. 361, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, man. Nothing much. How you doing today?
Chilling, man. What's up with you, man?
I just wanted to call in, and my first time listening to your broadcast here, and I'm enjoying myself, man. I'm sorry,
I'm sorry I'm a little upset, man. You got a lot of prank callers, you got a lot of ass clowns talking garbage, so if you're listening to me for the first time and you're kind of getting your ears de-virginized, I apologize. This is supposed to be a good show. This is supposed to be a good show, for Christ's sake. I mean, we were supposed to have, we had Mike Vallely on earlier today, and now we've got, just a bunch of ass clowns calling up trying to prank call me. I really don't appreciate it, so this is why I'm just kind of going off keister here.
Well, I like how you just handle with these losers calling you all the time. You obviously get it a lot. These guys have no life, just trying to troll you. On your broadcast, doing something you love. It's just kind of hilarious to me. You're doing a good job, though. You're doing a good job.
Well, you know what? I mean, they can continue doing that. I know for a fact that a lot of these individuals that were trolls have been, they've been converted. They're now capitalists now. They don't want to be affiliated with these losers that are, okay with being absolute detriments to human life. Because inevitably, the whole purpose of going out and living life, you heard Mike V, is to go out and live it, man. Don't sit on your fat ass and piss and moan that you're some fat, pimple-faced, red-headed, four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten stepchild that, no girl's going to talk to you, or hell, even if you're gay, no boy's going to even talk to you. You're just a miserable waste of human flesh, and the only thing that you can do is, get on a chat room, flap your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, and think that your life has some kind of significance. What's really sad is that if all these individuals died, no one would care. Not even their digital little compadres would even care. You want to know why? Because they're just nothing more than a fragment on this fiber optically connected network of billions. And that's what's really sad about people, is that they don't really understand that inevitably what people should be doing is not living for anybody else. They should be living for themselves. And all these trolls that are out here on all these websites being told to, hey, raid here, raid there. I mean, you're followers, man. It's not even a follower in a regard of like, hey, we're doing this for a reason. We're doing this for a cause. We're doing this to get recognition for this. We're doing this to get recognition for that. You're not getting recognition for anything.
Well, they're doing it for the lols.
It's silly.
Because they have nothing else better to do, right?
It's silly, man. I understand, hey, it's for the lulz, this and that, but inevitably what I'm trying to get across here is that, okay, you do that for the lulz now, and once our country goes bankrupt in about 2 or 3 years, then what are you going to do? I mean, is the lulz going to be able to have you survive a potential chaotic situation in this country? Are the lulz going to help you survive a potential natural disaster that's obviously going to come? It's obvious.
Oh, yeah, that's not far away.
Let me tell you something right now. You cannot count all these unprecedented anomalies that have happened to our world and think that there's not going to be something even bigger than this coming. You cannot think that there's nothing else coming. And these idiots think that, oh, it's okay, it's for the lulz, and everything's going to be okay. I can't wait for the day.
Hey, Ghost, can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. I'm not done here. You know what? You're bothering me. Hold on and sit there and be quiet for a second, all right? I cannot wait for the day. Cannot wait for the day when these people have to realize when they're just like the Japanese people. Let me tell you, I got to give all credit to the Japanese people. I mean, even though they've gone through tragedy, even though they've gotten earthquakes, even though they're in destruction and despair, do you see them rioting in the streets? Do you see them out there saying, "My kids, baby, I have to loot your house. I got to steal your stuff because of my kids, baby. My kids." Do you see them doing that? No. Now, do you think that they're going to act as orderly as they are in Japan here in America? Huh? Do you think that they're going to be as peaceful and as jovial and as hold hands as they are in Japan? And you know what's really funny is that the people that are going to be most in detriment in a situation like that are going to be these idiots that did it for the lulz, you know? Because I know most of these people that do it for the lulz are fat losers. You know, and let's be honest, man. Be honest with yourself. I mean, if you were really somebody of any kind of significance, you would at least have some chick playing with your Johnson right now, or cooking you a meal, or giving a crap about your well-being right now than, you know, sitting here and wasting your time, you know, flapping your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard. And there's some idiot saying, "Oh, yeah, she's next to me laughing." If she's next to you laughing, well, then obviously both of you are fat pieces of loser crap. But I don't believe she's next to you laughing. I mean, who are you kidding? You know? Who are you kidding? I mean, you're just fat losers that have nothing, man. I mean, you know, and the thing is you don't have to stay that way, man. You're the only ones putting yourself that way. And the thing is you know who put you there? Your parents, the teachers, the colleges, the entertainment industry. They're the ones that created your mindset, you stupid morons. You idiots think that you have so much free will, you know? Oh, yeah, you know, I'm doing this because I want to. You know you're not. You're not, you know, doing this for the lulz because you want to. You're doing it because your real life has no significance. Your real life has nothing. You know, if there was a power outage, if one of these solar storms that they're predicting is going to hit the world here, if a solar storm hit the world and just completely wiped out the electrical grid, what would you fat lard asses be doing? What would y'all be doing? You aren't going to do anything, man. Y'all would be completely alienated from any kind of social pipeline. You would actually have to talk to your parents that you probably don't even talk to because you're too busy in your room whacking your pecker shaft off on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. And we got people saying I'm a conspiracy theorist. Okay. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but let's be honest. How many 9.0 earthquakes have you seen? How many 9.0 earthquakes have you seen that have basically screwed up or messed around with the time of the Earth? I mean, we're now, what is it, a couple of minutes shorter? Not to mention that it has messed around with the rotation of the Earth. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, I'm not saying my life has any significance either. I really don't care. I'm much like what Mike V said. Do you think I care if I live or die? I don't. I mean, I've already lived my life, man. I've been living my life for a long time, and I've been living large ever since, man. I've done everything I've ever wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But what do y'all? I mean, is this what you want to do? Just be some fat, disgusting piece of shit funnel loser that just sits behind a damn computer and flaps her fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard? I mean, and seriously, and if that's you, well then why fool yourself? You know? Why fool yourself into believing that your life is significant? I mean, your life isn't significant, man. I mean, and really seriously penetrate your psyche. Really seriously penetrate your psyche and think and look around in there. And try to really seriously analyze yourself. I mean, you know, why am I here? What purpose am I serving? Am I just a shit funnel that turns perfectly good food into shit, and that's my contribution in life? You know? I mean, seriously. And, you know, I think it's a shame that this damn tragedy hit Japan. Because to be honest with you, and I'm still waiting, I am waiting for the day when real tragedy hits America. Because it's going to be then when the people that really have the balls, which are the true capitalists, and the individuals that want to still live civil society amidst devastation, that are going to have to take their stand and basically assert themselves against these masses of lunatics that seem to be so prevalent in America. I mean, this is serious, man. I mean, this is not fun and games. I know there's people who want to continue to play fun and games. It's not fun and games anymore, man. All right, it's not fun and games. I mean, you understand that the people in the West Coast are going to be afflicted with radioactive activity. All right, and you idiots think it's great. All you morons that are out here thinking that life is just so jovial and nothing's going to happen. I mean, don't you know that anything can happen, man. It's really sad, man. It really is sad that individuals just have no regard. But if you have no regard and you don't care, why don't you just kill yourself now? You know? I mean, because the rest of us capitalists, we want to actually make life better for everybody that understands the true capitalist principle. But if you're just some waste of human life that's not going to make any kind of significance, why don't you just kill yourself? Why don't you just participate in some suicidal activity, for Christ's sake? I'm serious. I'm not joking. Hey. If you are sitting here saying that the only significance that you have in your life is to be some disgusting piece of garbage that follows a message board, and that's the significance of your life, well, then why be alive? Seriously. I mean, you know that you have no significance. It's not like nobody's going to care if you're gone. I'm willing to bet my life that no one would give a crap. As a matter of fact, I'm sure your parents, even your parents, and I'm talking about all of you idiots that are out here that are just losers that follow, enemy message boards and all this other crap. I bet you money, and I'm willing to bet money, I'm serious, that if you croaked, that your parents wouldn't give two rats' asses. As a matter of fact, your parents would feel less of a burden having to feed your fat ass. Having to house your fat ass, having to clothe your fat ass, having to pay electricity for your fat ass, having to, allocate room for your fat ass. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's really sad, man. It really is sad. So, the thing is, though, is that you don't have to stay there, You don't necessarily have to stay in this level of, being in, some kind of impoverished, ridiculous, pathetically anal situation. You don't have to be this way, but it's your choice. And that's why I don't give a crap about the Poe in America. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't give a crap. And you can call me a bad person. You can call me somebody who's, look, the American poor are all walking around fat in the ass, all right? I mean, even Hollywood knows this. We all saw Precious, all right? We all saw Precious when that fat broad went in there and did a chicken run because, I got to feed myself, baby. I'm 450 pounds and I'm hungry. I got to do me a chicken run. I mean, this is it right here, man. This is America. This is America. And there's people in here saying, hey, America is a third world country. You want to know why it's a third world country? Because of the people. Because of these ass clowns that are out here with no integrity, no pride, nothing. It's sad, man. It sucks. It sucks, man. Here I am. I interview Mike Vallely, which is probably a guy that all you idiot kids that are sitting here that are, I'm doing it for the lulz. All you idiot kids could be following in the footsteps of because, this guy did everything he ever wanted to do. Everything. Everything he ever wanted to do. A skateboarder, a wrestler, a stuntman, an actor, a musician, everything. You know what I'm saying? And, because you are, let's be honest, you're just insignificant, fat, jelly-ass, humanoid garbage that doesn't want to make any kind of initiative to do anything. You're here with me, flapping your fat fingers on the keyboard. If not that, you're calling me up, prank calling me. I mean, it's just sad, man. This is America here. This is really America. Anyway, I'm going to keep drinking my Moet. Oh, shit, I'm already down. I'm already done with my Moet, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and take this sip here. I've actually got a whole bunch of bottles of some Moet, but I don't really feel like drinking Moet, you know what I'm saying? I popped a bottle of Moet for Mike V, but, now I'm going to have to pull out the Negras or the Wetas for the idiots in the room here that are flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard about me. Let's bring them out here. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to take a few more calls. How about that, huh? We got 30 minutes left here on the True Capitalist broadcast. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. 111, you there? Milky Liquor. 000, you there?
Ghost.
What's up?
Thanks for taking my call.
Well, what do you have to say, man?
Well, I listen to your show all the time with my husband. And you're always talking bad about gay people.
I'm not talking bad about gay people. What are you talking about? I'm just saying that there's some people that sound like, they're probably tooting on the flesh flute, if you know what I'm talking about.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nah, you silly bastard. You don't even sound like a gay. You sound like some disgusting, used-up bimbo. 111, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm from Britain, and I've been writing down a few of the words I haven't understood from your broadcast. Would you be able to explain to them as I rattle them off?
What?
I'm sorry, let me repeat myself. I'm not American. I've just been writing down some of the slang words from your broadcast. It helped me further understand, your meaning. Would you be able to tell me the meaning of them?
Yeah, well, all I got to say to that is this. It's one thing if Europeans are admiring because they want to be capitalists, but let's be honest, man, most Europeans, they just want to be loser socialists. They want to be like, I want my government to give me everything. I just want to be an insignificant shit funnel. And that's it. That's the significance. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, 760, you there, man?
Oh, hey, Ghost, how's it going? It's the tech guy. My voice dropped when I was in the call with you after Mike Validly.
Oh, man, well, that's horrible, man. Are you all right? No radioactivity hits your electronical equipment, and now you're radioactive, man, or anything, all right?
I don't know what it was, but it crashed twice today in a couple calls with you.
It's probably wind blows,
Well, another thing is I have another device that I can send out the same service on that probably won't crash, but I don't like the microphone settings on it.
Yeah, I hear you. So they're saying that that there's a northern front wind going south that's blowing or potentially blowing that radioactivity out there.
I guess I meant southerly wind or whatever. Right now we've got a big low over the island, and I don't know if it's going to hit us later tonight, but it's already hit California today. I think that's what they meant on the news, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know it did hit California today, man, and I know that I got a lot of Californian listeners that are listening, and I mean, I would be a little concerned, man. You know, I would be a little concerned.
Yeah.
So, you're taking any precautions, or are you just kind of sipping a few drinks and saying, hell with it, barrel roll? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm going to be okay now, but if that blows up again with the reaction, I'm going to be worried. But I haven't taped up my door yet or anything. I'm not at that point yet, but I have to go back. I have to go down and buy some duct tape to do that because I can't find my duct tape.
Oh man, I'm be surprised if you can even find it out there, man. I mean, I'm sure everybody and their brother is getting duct tape in every damn crevice and crack and nook and in their home out there. I mean, I would. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like some, playing for the Pin King little poontang boy, but I don't want to be radioactive, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want my back to be growing a third arm or something. I don't want to be throwing an extra testicle or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I read the news posting, and it said it's not going to be close enough to affect human health so far.
But I don't trust the government. I'm sorry, I just do not trust the government. I don't trust Obama. I don't trust the Japanese government. I don't trust the IAEA. I don't trust the United Nations. I don't trust any of these bureaucrats. I think they're just giving us a bunch of BS. And before you know it, we're just going to be afflicted with stuff, 20 years down the road, and all the government's going to do is say, oh, well, we miscalculated, and then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can find a plane to, Toronto or something soon.
Do you have a Geiger meter?
A Geiger counter?
Yeah,
no,
Geiger
I
meter?
don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I know you don't really, not everybody has those on hand, but, it would give you a decent gauge of what's going on. You should try to find websites and see if there's people that have put up such things to keep people informed about the potential radioactive fallout. Because I don't think our media is giving this as much of attention as it should. I mean, like I said, Good Morning America was the only show I saw where they had an actual physicist explain that what he's seeing and the evidence that he's looking at looks like they've already had, if not half a meltdown, a full meltdown. And it's just radioactive particles going in the air. And he started naming off all the different chemicals that are in the air, and it's just dispersed all over the place. And he said it's a potential dangerous situation, man.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to hyper-sensationalize anybody. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but man, I mean, it's a little concerning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's concerning. I made a new blog post yesterday. I made a new blog post.
Oh, yeah? Hey, well, why don't you let everybody know about it, man?
Oh, okay. It's at smackdat9876.blogspot.com. It's how to install a VoIP number, a VoIP soft phone on your computer if you have a microphone, and you can get it in the U.S., or you can get a Canadian number for free. And it doesn't cost you a cent. It's pretty cool.
Awesome, man. That's a pretty good little blog post there, tech guy. One more time, man. Tell it to everybody.
It's smackdat9876.blogspot.com.
All right, man. Hey, thanks a lot, tech guy, man. We always appreciate you calling in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
gonna say, man, we always appreciate you calling in, and keep up to date with all that stuff, or let us know what's happening with the situation in your area out there, man. I mean, seriously, I know that we've been talking about this a lot lately. I know that a lot of people are taking it lightly, but let us know, the 411 about any potential threats or danger or anything coming to you out there. All right there, Tech Guy?
Okay. Yeah, I will.
All right, man, and keep me posted. Ghostpolitics@yahoo.com, man. I get your emails all the time, so I read them, man.
Great.
All right, man. You take it easy, Tech Guy. Appreciate you calling, man. You're always a good listener, good caller as well. Let's take some more callers here. 646-652-4869. We got about 20 minutes left in the broadcast. 111, you there?
Yeah, I was going to try and make a funny comment, but I would just like to say you're the most racist, xenophobic, fat piece of shit I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I'm a racist now?
Yes, you are a racist.
Well, how can you sit there and make that false indictment about me?
I'm sorry, were you not listening to yourself when you...
Are you kidding me? Look, I am a melting pot of friendship, sir. I'm a melting pot of friendship. I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black. All right? I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Mexican, that happen to be Asian and Oriental and stuff like that.
Sir, are you trying to troll me?
I'm not trying to troll you, man. I'm saying that I'm a melting pot of friendship. I'm in Austin, Texas.
I think you're taking me for a ride on the roller coaster, man, because I just think you hate queers.
Look, I don't really appreciate you calling me a racist. Because, people make that assumption on me all the time. I am not a racist, man. Look, just because people get their feelings hurt because of a couple of words, come on, tough titty, But to sit over here and call me a racist, I don't think I'm a racist at all. For Black History Month, I played a black artist every day for the month of February. You know that?
Do you know the fact that you're using that as an example to prove that you're not racist by proxy?
Don't give me that liberal stuff. That's a liberal red herring, and you know it. All right. I am a melting pot of friendship, sir. All right. I'm a melting pot of friendship. I got so many friends, for Christ's sake, it's unbelievable. Black, white, Mexican.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
What are you talking about? You want me to call a black friend on right now? I'll call a black friend on right now on the show if you don't believe me.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I find it quite unbelievable that you have any friends at all.
Oh, yeah? You want me to call a Mexican friend? I'll call any friend you want. What nationality you want? I'll call them on the line right now. I got so many friends.
I want this mixing pot. I want the fruit salad.
No, don't be an asshole. I'm serious. You're calling me a racist. I really don't appreciate that. I want to prove to you that I'm not a racist, that I've got a whole bunch of people that I talk to, for Christ's sake, man. What nationality are you by chance?
Oh, me. I'm British. And
You're British?
On the subject, could you listen to me, please? Whilst we're on the subject of being British, we've got these wacky, crazy gun laws. Could you tell me your thoughts on those?
Well, I don't think that there should be gun laws in general. Out here in Texas, you can carry around a gun on your person, and it's completely legal. So, all you assholes out here committing crime out here in Texas, and you think you can come up to somebody, talk some garbage. I don't ever leave the house without packing a gun, So if anybody comes up to me, tries to start garbage, I will blast their ass and ask questions last. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Don't you think it's quite paranoid that you won't leave the house without a firearm?
Why am I paranoid? Have you seen what's going on out here? Did you see what happened to that Giffords?
You're expecting trouble.
Man, have you been to America, sir? Have you been here?
To America, yes, I've been to America.
Obviously, you weren't here long enough. These people right here in today's America, sir, are walking around like zombies. All right? I can't even walk into a shopping mall or a grocery store without, some disgusting, despicable bimbo who shitted out about 8 kids from 8 different fathers look at me cross-eyed because I'm, putting slabs of T-bone steaks and briskets and, the really expensive meats in my basket. And, here she is. She's got to pay for this little cheap-ass food cart garbage. And she's looking at me as if I was the one that impregnated this slut. I mean, and not just her, but everybody. Everybody out here in America is turning into a complete and utter ghetto-fied hater. I don't know what you're talking about. This is why you have to carry a gat. Do you understand? I mean, I carry a gun every single time I walk outside. And if anybody comes up to me, I swear to God, I will blast your ass.
So, are you saying you need a gun to defend yourself against a single mother of 8?
No, what I'm saying is that just in case any... No, that's not what I said, you milky-licking pieces of nipple clamp loving fish and chips eating bastard. That's not what I said. I said that you've got these people looking at you cross-eyed, okay? Now, out here in Texas, believe it or not, you can actually get set up by women out here in Texas. I mean, that's how bad it is. Well, not in Austin, but you go down to South Texas, it's pretty bad. You've actually got women that are working with dudes that are actually looking to set up different guys to get jumped so that they can get jacked for their crap. I mean, do you understand? This is not a joke. You know, I mean, I know in Britain, you know, it's a little different, and the only thing that you have to worry about is Islamic terrorists. We got to worry about a lot more than Islamic terrorists here. We got to worry about all kinds of crap.
Wait, did you just say the only thing I've got to worry about is Islamic terrorists? I think you of all people would remember 9/11.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not saying that we don't have to worry about Islamic terrorists. I'm saying that's all you idiot limeys have to worry about. We have to worry about our own savage people. You know, our savage people out here they want to blame everybody and their mother for their bad experiences, their bad life. And that's why you got to carry a gat. I know you can't understand that. I know that it's like, you can't understand why you're going to carry a gat. The reason that you can't understand that is because you're living in some, half socialist, de-gunned area that, no one really gives a crap about.
Are you saying it's a bad thing that I don't have to carry a gun?
Yeah, I think it's a bad thing, because let me tell you something right now. If an earthquake hit... Hold on. If an earthquake hit Britain, all right, and you had all your old water, and you had all your food, you had all this stuff, who would go hungry? The guy with the gat or you with your little food?
What?
Huh?
That is possibly the stupidest statement I've ever heard.
Yeah, get your ass. You want to know why? Oh, because I'm from the UK, and we're just so liberal over here. That's what we are. We're just so liberal. We don't think about those types of things here. You know, we don't do that. You want to know why? Because you're still worshiping a prehistoric monarch. You know that? I mean, who still worships monarchs? Can you explain that to me? Huh?
Yeah, Britain.
Who still worships monarchs?
A very, very, very low percentage of the population.
Why are they still in power? Why are they still, spending hundreds of millions of dollars a year on your tax dime when they're supposed to be some figurehead? And not to mention, they don't even have the true lineage bloodline. You know, they don't even have the bloodline to Charlemagne, for Christ's sake. These are idiots that had to be, looked up by Lord Cromwell when they executed Charles II. And when Lord Cromwell realized, I don't know how to run a government, I just know how to be some theocratic loser, he went out and looked for another crown. And where did they had to go? They had to go to Bavaria. They had to go to the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. And what did they get? They got King George, which is completely separate from the lineage of the original British royal family. And yet you idiots in UK, you idiots in Britain still worship these people. Why?
Did you not hear me? I said no. Practically nobody worships the royal family.
Well, then why don't you dethrone these people by now? Why don't you tell these people, hey, we don't want to support you. We don't care if you're a royal family. Why don't you go out and work like everybody else? Why can't you just tell them that?
Why can't I?
Yeah, why? You say there's a majority of people that can't stand the royals. Why don't you just tell them, hey, we don't want to pay for you anymore? You know what I mean? You're a primitive idea. A primitive idea. You know?
It's mainly a tourist attraction, if I'm honest.
See, you want to admit that you're just as primitive as the idea of worshiping a monarch. Just admit it.
worshipping a monarch, do you not realize the monarchy has no power whatsoever?
Baloney. If they didn't have any power, why are they still collecting your tax dollars to spend like imbecilic gluttons? Why are they using your tax dollars to spend it like what was it, $500-700 million just for the palace and all the dresses and all that crap? Oh, why are you people still spending it on these royals? I'm just asking because look, I agree. I think that parliamentary procedure is a decent form of democratic society. But the problem is that you instilled. After Lord Cromwell gave the power to the Parliament, you still instilled a goddamn figurehead monarch.
King George. That the monarch has no power.
Oh, come on. If the monarch had no power, listen to me, if the monarch had no power, King George would have never have sent troops over to America, to try to fight the Americans. All right, if the monarch had no power.
Sorry, how long ago was that?
No, you're saying that the monarch had no power. No, hold on just a second. Let's go back in history, boy. All right? Let's go back in history. First and foremost, the reason that we have parliamentary procedure is because Lord Cromwell, had Philip II executed. And when he realized that, running a government was a little bit difficult than just running some theocratic crap, what happened? He tried to look for lineage. Look, you dumbass Brits had killed all the lineage. You killed them all. And then you look into the Bavaria, and that's your only linkage, man. And these royals that are in power today, if you're going to take the fact that it's because they have bloodlines, it's because they have bloodline. If it's because they have bloodline, it's not even the original bloodline, you asshole. It's not even the original bloodline. So what are you worshiping? Is what I'm asking.
Nobody's. You are just so ignorant. I cannot talk to you.
No, I'm asking you a question, man. Why?
I've answered your question multiple times. Yes, you still disregard.
No, you're getting taxed at a higher rate than us Americans, and the reason you're getting taxed is because you're supporting a royal family. As a matter of fact, how much is being spent on this despicable, disgusting wedding that's happening for the royals? Meanwhile, you're having austerity measures where it's redistributing the wealth and stuff like that. I mean, don't you understand? I mean, aren't you aware of this? I mean, do you think this is honestly fair?
I don't think you actually, listened to anything I've said. I said I don't like the Royals. So yeah,
look, okay. We've established you don't like the Royals. Okay, great. Why does your country continue to pussy pamper and coddle these prehistoric feudalists?
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, you want to know why you don't know? You want to know why you don't know? It's the same reason you don't know why I am who I am. It's the same reason why you think that I'm a racist, because you don't know shit from Shinola, Limey. All right? I mean, let's be honest. You are worshiping a prehistoric monarch that we as American people and as free people around the world don't want to have nothing to do with. As a matter of fact, if the Arabs should be pissed off at anybody for these royal families dominating them in the Middle East, they should be mad at the Europeans. They should be mad at the Brits. Because it was after World War I when the Brits basically carved up, the Middle East like it was a piece of cake in the Treaty of Versailles. They were the ones that basically made the boundary lines to all these countries in the Middle East. And not to mention, once they cut the boundary lines, they gave royalty to these tribes that helped Lawrence of Arabia overthrow the Ottoman Empire from within. So what I'm saying is that here you are, you're trying to say, oh, we don't like the royals, we don't like the kids. If you don't like them, well then why don't you defund them? Why don't you say we don't want to have anything to do with this prehistoric, dumbass, feudalistic garbage? All right? We don't want to worship a bunch of dumbass kings, queens, princesses. This is ridiculous. It was feudalism that laid humanity stagnant for 1,000 years. 1,000 years humanity was stagnant because we were sitting here worshiping kings and queens, for Christ's sake. I mean, don't you understand that? And you UK assholes want to call me, oh, yes, you're so great. Oh, yes, and shut up. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. I know there's people in here saying, oh, yeah, United States has a lot of debt, all this and that. You know what? Big deal, all right? Look at the European countries, man. Portugal looks like it's going to default on its debt. Ireland has already defaulted on its debt. Greece looks like it's going to default on its debt. Spain looks like it's going to default on its debt. Italy looks like it's going to default on its debt. I mean, can we go on and on and on? I mean, give me a break. I mean, what is the European Union if you can't even keep your little union afloat? The only two countries that are making money are Germany and Japan, and Merkel, which is the leader of Germany, she was very apprehensive in giving these little pissant little socialist countries money. You know? I mean, they had to literally pull her teeth out her mouth for her to actually bail out these pissant little stupid European countries, man. You know what I mean? Seriously, I mean, it's sick, man. It's really sick. No, the global debt system, look, gotta eat. The global debt system seems like a giant shell game because the people are obnoxious. You have to remember that an element of capitalism, the element of the free market global system, means that people have to have an element of freedom. And in that freedom, you have to have that element to fail. And if you fail, well, geez Christ, I mean, what, you want everything to just be handed to you on a silver platter? You got to go out and work, for Christ's sake. You got to go out and struggle. You got to go out and hustle. Anyway, we're getting down to the end of the show. I'm glad. You know what I mean? Anyway, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Spread that link around like wildfire. Like I said, at the end of March, I'm going to be evaluating all the videos that are on YouTube and all over the internet, and I'm going to be giving out $200 to anybody out there that has a bomb-ass video promoting the True Capitalist radio broadcast. I've seen a lot of videos out there. I want to thank everybody for making those videos. And like I said, to all the assholes that are out there that are making videos, I'm not going to pay you if you're making fun of me. All right, asshole? All right, I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm not going to pay you if you're making me look like a jag-off. All right? So anyway, I'd like to thank everybody who is posting videos promoting the True Capitalist radio broadcast. At the same time, the Twitter, all right? Go to the Twitter and spread it around like wildfire, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Go to the social networking sites. Go everywhere, all right? And at the same time, we have the option to cut and paste the True Capitalist audio widget. That's right, the True Capitalist audio widget. You can cut and paste and put it on your social networking sites, your blogs, and actually relay the broadcast, all right? You can actually relay the broadcast from your website to the world. Every time we're live, you can relay the broadcast. It's unbelievable, unfreaking believable. Anyway, once again, $200 at the end of the month to anybody who's got the most viral video promoting the True Capitalist radio broadcast. Secondly, folks, I do want to promote my channel. I do have a YouTube channel. There's not much on it, but if you'd like to subscribe to it, Ghost Politics. All right, not to mention that's the same name on my Twitter account, baby. And follow me on Twitter, damn it. You know, what makes me sick is that, one day I'll have all these people follow me on Twitter, and I make a few controversial tweets, and then these idiots defriend me, or they unfriend me because, I'm basically kicking some ass, taking some names, and, verbally assaulting people over Twitter, and they just can't take it. They're little pussy-whipped-ass bastards. You know what I mean? Anyway, Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores, Ghost Politics. And, of course, folks, the official blog, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. All right? Ghost Politics all around, baby. Anyway, it's been a good show. It's Baller Friday. It was a free format edition, folks. We had Mike Vallely call in for an interview. Great interview, by the way. I want to thank Mike Vallely and his management team for doing what they can to bring him down here. It was a great interview, great guy, great character. Do not forget to vote for him. If you want information on how to vote for Mike Vallely for Most Metal Athlete, go to my blog, the True Capitalist blog. Go to my blog, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. All right? Go to the blog and scroll down, and you'll see how you can vote for Mike Vallely as Most Metal Athlete. Let me tell you something. I'm almost willing to bet that he'll give us some props. He'll give us some props if we can get him Most Metal Athlete. So go out there and vote, folks. Not to mention spread the link around like wildfire. The True Capitalist link, the official link of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around like wildfire. Don't be a milky liquor and just spread it around. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me out there. Long live capitalism, and I'm out, folks. Next week, I'll be here Monday through Friday, like always, 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm out of here, folks. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to True Capitalist Radio. The thoughts, views, ideas, comments, and opinions of the host of this show are absolutely his. Catch more live episodes Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30 Central, or check out archive shows at blogtalkradio.com. True Capitalist Radio.
That's it.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.